Welcome, welcome, all you beautiful fuckers. Thank you for joining in on this wonderful Thursday afternoon. I, of course, am Sybs, joined here by the one, the only ginger-bearded ElderGodBones.
Ginger belted?
It works.
Ginger belted. Also,
Hey,
you're mudding out. I think
I'm mudding out.
Yeah.
Whoops. Close enough. Yep,
Close enough.
You are right. Hey, thanks for joining, Arcus. So glad.
Yeah, man, thanks. Welcome.
It's so weird now that we don't work together.
Yes, welcome everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of Spaghetti and Naked, the Deca episode. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Fucking
We'd love to see
We're
it.
7
We'd
away.
love to see it.
7 away.
7 away. 7 away from our 50, and you know what that means? Bi-weekly streams until we hit affiliate.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't know why you were either.
You've been busy, Ben. You've been busy, man. I'll let this one slide.
Can I adjust you from my end? Just out of
Me?
curiosity. Yeah. I don't know if it's
too loud.
No, you're still breaking up. And it's not.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Was it breaking up before?
No, you're just it's crackling, so you're getting too high.
Ah, gotcha. Let me move my mic a little bit further away. Maybe that'll help some.
Yeah. You might have to go into G Hub and turn down the game.
The game?
The gain.
Oh, I thought you said the game.
Gain. I mean the game. Y'all, you fuckers have lost.
Oh my god. We went this long.
No, didn't you send me a TikTok the other day fucking about it? It's been like a week.
I meant we went this long without people losing.
Oh, yeah. Tell G Hub to stop looking at you to see your mic or to your camera because it just screwed with all of your video. We're just it's another technical difficulties.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. All you YouTube people, we love you. Come see us live. And I promise I'm going to upload the other 8 episodes now tomorrow. No, I'm saying it now because I'm recording it. No, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. I have an alarm set for tomorrow. Yes, it is going to happen. I was like, where the fuck is my Switch? Oh yeah, it's upstairs laying on my bed.
Okay, how is this?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, good. I just told G Hub to not see to stop seeing the camera because it's being controlled by a third party.
Okay. I'm gonna mess up my camera when I open up G Hub again.
Yeah, I think you click on it and then there's along the top, I think is what it is. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah.
Setting my gear. There we go. Disabled it in G Hub. Okay. Is the gain better now or no?
Yeah, no, it's better. It's significantly better.
Do I need to turn it down a little bit more or?
No. You are ready to rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Shit yeah, bitches.
Fuck yeah, we love to see it.
Self-promoting myself in my own Discord. I'm just arbitrarily going through and shamelessly plugging myself where I can. Or ourselves where we can.
That's fair. So we don't have too much planned today. Where's the fart button?
We do, since this is not we are not affiliate yet, so you can't actually
That's fair.
Hey,
Arcus,
thanks.
You have a good
Thanks
night.
for the follow though, bud.
We still
Love
appreciate the follow.
Appreciate the fuck out of you. Can I self-promo here? No. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it.
But I can do
also, Kat, thanks for joining. Totally not Keanu, Kat, whatever I'm supposed to call you. Kat. Okay.
Kat.
Fair enough. Kat, thank you for joining.
Kat.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, we don't have a lot planned because this was kind of, I don't want to say it's spur of the moment, but it was like, hey, we doing a regular stream tonight? Yeah. Okay.
Since I gotta pull up my Cosmo Voyage notes.
That's right. Yeah. I remember I need to ask questions about something because something just happened, but I'm not remembering it off the top of my head right now. Figure that out later. But yeah, I guess kicking things off, 12th gen Intel CPUs.
Don't know how I feel about them.
Really?
Really, I don't know how I feel about them.
I don't know how I feel about being forced to be able to, well, at least currently, to be able to utilize its maximum potential. I have to upgrade to Windows 11. But the fact that the i5 fucking dominates the 5800X is hilarious as fuck. And AMD should be scared.
I'd say AMD should be scared until they drop 6th gen.
Potentially. But see, I guess that's the thing. This could be a potential paradigm shift back towards Intel for gaming, because for the longest time,
they've still had the single core performance. But here's what I don't like: Intel has set a dangerous precedent on themselves now by not every core being hyper-threaded anymore. I think that's a dangerous precedent.
Not really, because they're just following the suit of your phone currently works that way.
Well, yes, to a degree. It does run each core at different speeds. Yes.
Dynamically, yes.
Yes, dynamically at different speeds. My problem is, we've been used to buying a 6-core processor and getting 12 threads. Now it's what, a 6-core and 10 threads?
Depending on which one you get. So you get each core has 2 threads. So if you're doing the 6-core, it has 12 threads, and then the other cores are single threaded, but they're slightly slower, but that's the reason why they're cores or economy. They don't draw as much power. However, the performance cores are not throttled anymore, so they will run at 241 watts from the start.
Let me pull up these 12th gens on my...
I was doing a lot of reading about them today because I mean, it's not conceivably feasible right now because of the whole
Okay, yes. So 16 cores total, 8 performance, 8 efficient. Yes, that's a good thing and all, but on an i9 with 16 total cores having 24 threads, you gotta think AMD's probably about to make a big push and get past that 16 physical core mark.
Could.
But
that's the thing. You have to think that, I mean, they might, and they probably will. Who knows?
It doesn't feel right to me. It feels gimmicky.
But numbers don't lie, and statistics don't lie.
No, numbers and statistics don't lie. But I feel like this is a dangerous precedent from Intel because, AMD is 100% winning the core in a hyper-thread game, in my opinion. In terms of sheer numbers,
until today. Today, that shifted back to Intel. That went back to Team Blue.
Not in terms of core count and thread count, no.
But in terms of straight up process, I think there was only was watching the LTT video about it today, and out of all the tests they performed, I think 2 out of the 14, Intel dominated. And I'm talking 11+% increase in performance gains over a 5800X.
Okay, yes, and that's all well and good. We see this every year. We see this every year.
We have not seen that with Intel for the past decade.
No, in terms of single core performance and gaming performance, absolutely. Intel has been dominating 100%. it's workstation tasks that AMD has been going on. And the 5th gen Ryzen, which is competing with 11th gen, was the first one that was outperforming in games from AMD.
I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's doing better than what will soon be previous generation Ryzen. So, I mean, I just wonder what we're going to see from AMD here in the next few months. Because, I mean, what is it? AMD's next Threadripper's rumored to have up to, I believe it's 96 cores.
I mean, that's nuts. Don't get me wrong. But
I mean, if they can fit that on a Threadripper package, I don't see them being too far off from having 32 physical cores and 64 threads in the AM5 package that they're going to switch to, because they said 5th gen was going to be the last AM4. So, I mean, once AM5 comes out, sky's the limit.
Potentially.
I mean,
so
you got to think.
You got to compound that with now the silicon shortage. That's pushed back. Fucking cup.
Shut up. My cup is amazing.
It's a mirror finish, so like you picked it up and I could just see the stream.
I mean, yes, I'll agree.
The
silicon shortage is pushing it back, but you also got to look. You know, Intel, they change their socket every fucking year. They have to redo all their shit every fucking year. AMD's running on a socket that's been out since, what, 2015, 6 years ago? And now they're about to go through a big change here. And you got to think, AMD was able to finally surpass Intel in single core performance, which they hadn't done since, what, the 90s? On a socket that's 6 years old, with Intel switching theirs every year. So, I mean, with AM5 coming out, and it's going to have supposedly have support for PCI 5 and USB 4 right out the gate, the sky's the fucking limit with AM5. So, I mean,
I can't argue with that. I guess it's more of, and even then, if you're looking at Team Blue versus Team Red, I don't feel moving to 12th gen is worth it, because the only way you're going to be able to take full advantage of the P and E cores is by moving to Windows 11, and then you have to shell out. I mean, the cheapest 12th gen board right now is like $500, and then DDR5 RAM is like another $500.
What? Yeah.
And then the king of at least everything out so far is the i5 12th gen, and I think it's going to be retailing at $619, which is $20 more than the 5600X.
Okay.
And in comparison to the 5600X, which is what it's geared towards, like they literally don't even go, they're not even in the same ballpark as far as figures. No. It's nuts. But granted, I know you're talking about an older, well, what's still currently previous gen, so it's not technically older, but the architecture is older than a current gen Intel. Right.
So I mean, you got to look at it. They're looking at, it's a LGA 1700 socket, so 1700 pins on their consumer one, which is knucking futs, because the last time I had an Intel one, I had an Extreme Edition i7 that was a 2011 socket, and I thought that thing was huge.
Yeah, no, there was it's basically, I mean, it's no wider than my 11th gen, but it's now longer. So it's like, it's no longer square, it's definitely rectangular. And you can very clearly tell that it's a larger and then I think Linus already delidded it and actually looked at the board underneath, and the actual like chip itself
is multi-die.
It's multi-die. It's massive. It's considerably larger.
So they're going AMD on us with multiple dies.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out and see if they can figure out how to integrate it back into, or if they can integrate it into Windows 10, because Windows 10 is all hardware. There's no dynamic to it. Everything that controls it, you can go in and manually set programs to specific cores, but it can't do it on the fly.
Right. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I would say I think that eventually they're going to backwards compatible. They're going to do backwards compatibility. Well, maybe not. Well, no, I feel like they're going to have to, because you're going to get all the people that are not going to want to upgrade to Windows 11 for X amount of reasons, and pick whichever one you want.
I don't think it'll be a big deal.
There are still people that refuse to update to 10 for the reasons of the shit that like Cortana does. And Cortana plays a bigger picture within that. I mean, it's there.
I'll say I have Windows 11 on my laptop. I went ahead and installed it on my laptop. It's fine.
And yes, architecture, because we're talking about the architecture of
CPUs.
the actual CPU, not as in buildings.
Now, I will say here, you were talking about the size of the CPU. Have you seen a Ryzen CPU?
Yeah, they're
lately?
huge.
No, the Threadrippers are huge.
Sorry, I'm thinking
the actual
Threadripper.
Ryzen one. The Ryzen ones are tiny. They're smaller than Intel. So you got to think, like, they're smaller than the previous Intels. They're small. So if AM5, if they just decide to make it just a little bit bigger, or even size up to Intel, holy shit! Like,
well, I think the problem is that Intels are larger because the architecture they were using was 14 and then 10, whereas AMD's been 7. So they're already smaller in general because of that. So you take their 7nm technology that's already tiny, and then you can fit more dies. I mean, potentially. I don't know if they're actually gonna. They don't know if they're actually gonna do that, though.
Oh no, maybe not. But
even then, so let's say you do come out with something that has, you break the 16. They just double it. They go to 32. Okay. I mean, it's gonna, unless you're using it in an application that can harness something, and the only thing that's gonna harness that is basically Blender renderings in general.
But now, yes, that is a big thing. But let's shift to something that we're very interested in: streaming.
I mean, true. You could absolutely. I mean, you're quintessentially. You have 2 rigs. You can physically like bar off half of the CPU for this, and then the other half for gaming.
And with Windows 11 automatically doing that in the background, it's going to be a game changer. All these cores,
but it's
are
not
finally going to be.
But I guess that's the thing. That's at least currently, AMD doesn't support that. So next gen,
Microsoft has been fucking AMD a little bit with Windows 11, and they've been very slow to fix it.
Well, by the time that they were able to record the launch day stuff that they did today, the patch that went out for Windows 11 Monday, I think it was Monday, maybe it was Tuesday, fixed all of the issues, or all of the foreseeable issues that they had currently with Ryzen's and the decrease in speed. Like, confirmed. I put all the money in my wallet on it because I've been doing reading, because I literally this morning, that's all I did was watch videos about it because I was interested in it.
Yeah, that's fair, but let's not jump the gun too much and say that they have been treating AMD a little bit unfair with Windows 11.
Totally. Absolutely. They totally spearheaded the Alder Lake card or CPU chip and just went, well, fuck the rest of you people. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
But do you blame them?
I mean,
let's be honest. Think about that for a second. Do you blame Microsoft for only caring about Intel, their partner, their new ARMS layout, and everything else. Because if you aren't going ARMS, because basically that's what it is. It's an integrated ARMS processing chip for your computer. If AMD isn't going that route, they're never gonna compete.
Whoa, hold on. Let me stop you there for a second. They're still on the x86-64 architecture. They're not going ARM. Intel has released no public plans about going ARM. They're like the biggest chip manufacturer that has not released public plans about going to ARM.
That's
actual fact. It's x86-64 architecture still.
So that's, well, what did I read earlier? I think even go find it.
The only major consumer chip right now that is actually fully ARM is Apple's M1. That's the only fully ARM major.
Well, I'm not saying fully M1 or fully ARM, but ARM is definitely the where it's going to go eventually.
Absolutely, it's where it's going to go. It's where it's going to head next. AMD made public announcements that they were going to be switching to ARM. NVIDIA, well, I mean, they've been doing ARM for forever. They've said it. Intel has been the biggest holdout for announcing plans to go to ARM. 100%.
Can't stand how bright that monitor is. So I looked at myself, I'm like, God damn, that's white.
Because I think AMD has, let's see. Yeah, AMD's been saying for I remember seeing a while ago that they were.
Apologies, I totally misread what I was reading earlier. So, they're on the Alder Lake chip is on par with the M1 chip from Apple.
Yeah.
In almost negatable form of differences. There are things that the ARM processor definitely does better at, but when you get into sheer number crunching powers, that process, the 12th gen processor definitely takes the cake.
Oh, absolutely. But also, I'm gonna shout out Bowman here real quick. Yeah, Intel mocked AMD. Bowman, are you referring to the multi-die setup that AMD was doing, that now Intel is doing? But yeah, no, yeah, the gluing. Intel mocked AMD for that, and then they started doing it. But AMD, there were reports that AMD was already developing ARM, starting to develop ARM-based chips last year, shortly after M1 was announced. So AMD's been working on it, and if I'm not mistaken, Intel even came out on record saying that they currently had no plans to start working on ARM yet last year at that same point in time. And ARM is the future. It really is. And M1 shows the validity of that future, because M1 is stupidly low power.
Oh God, yeah.
It's stupidly low power and stupidly powerful. And Rosetta 2 works fantastic from what I've heard from people saying, which Rosetta 1 was for a long time Macs were PowerPC architecture, which isn't compatible with, those programs aren't compatible with x86-64. But a Mac right now can still run PowerPC programs from 2006, which was the last year of PowerPC. Rosetta 2 does just that, where it is able to read x86-64 and run it with the ARM architecture.
Emulation for the win, yes.
Yeah. And then
we'll say the new MacBooks are fucking ugly as shit. That notch at the top, it's so fucking stupid.
Okay, I agree. It looks stupid. But I remember when you got your iPhone.
That notch annoyed the piss out of me.
But it didn't annoy you as much after the first year, I guarantee it.
No, I hated it every time because I helped friends that were game developers and they would build them for... I can't pick up my phone because it's plugged into my computer because it's charging. But yeah, no, that notch, if you have to physically build your UI around that notch because it doesn't take that into account when you're making it. It's an absolute pain in the ass. I hated it. I hated every goddamn second of it. I never liked it. And the only reason I kept it is because I was too lazy to move back to Android.
Which you have now.
Well, yeah. But I only moved to an iPhone because it behooved me for moving into a managerial job.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't bother me when I'm using it because, in all honesty, nowadays on an iPhone, most apps are fine with the notch. They cut the program under the notch to where no content goes up to the notch. It's an easy way of doing it. Apple pretty well laid out the notch into that system bar at the top that most applications don't take up. I feel like they did okay with it. I feel like the easiest solution would be if you full screen an application, black bar around the notch, fit the content underneath it. I feel like that's an easy solution.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Doesn't bother. It personally doesn't bother me because if we're wanting to get thinner and thizer, thinner
and fizzer. I mean, you haven't drank that much, my friend.
Thinner and thinner bezels, but still wanting a camera, you gotta compromise somewhere. As much as I love my laptop and I love its super thin bezels, I don't have a camera. That's something I gotta live with. I bought a laptop in 2021 that was designed and released in 2021, and it doesn't have a camera.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, nowadays you can use your phone through USB as a camera because that's typically a better camera as it is anyways.
Okay. Yes. But yes, Bowman,
yes, you are correct.
There are Oppo's had 2, I believe, and the Z Fold 3 has it. The problem is the PPI generally has to be lower, and so you can actually tell where the underscreen camera is. Except on the second generation of the Oppo, they managed to bridge it better. But yes, it's still. I wasn't aware of that. I don't keep up with ZTE anymore, to be honest. It very well might. Probably does.
I mean, like,
but
taking my phone into account here, the Note, I have the black ring where the camera is on the front of it. That's annoying as fuck. I understand why it's there because that's literally where the fucking camera is, and
it just doesn't bother me in all honesty. Like,
I haven't gotten I mean, I've gotten used to it because I know it's there. But when if I accidentally zoom to fit the screen and I was like, fucking black hole, what the fuck? Oh yeah, because well, that's wider than 16:9.
There's no perfect solution to it. Everybody's going to complain about something or another when it comes to cameras on the front. When the Pixel 4,
because of technology, lack of technology.
The Pixel 4 XL came out, people hated it because it had that monster head with all of its sensors, which didn't bother me. The Samsungs came out with the hole punch, it doesn't bother me. The iPhone notch doesn't really bother me. LG, I think LG did notches the best, to be honest.
Yes, it would totally look like a dead pixel if it was square. It's just that it's I think it's a very bad design choice. I understand why it's done because you're trying to maximize the screen. Because at the end of the day, that's all, especially people, no offense to anyone who's watching or even YouTube that is a Apple snob, all you're going to care about is the number of the size of the screen. That's it. that's all you're going to cling on to, because when you start dismantling it, you're going to get pissy, because that's what happens with pretty much anyone that's an Apple snob, is you start dismantling it and they turn into children. But the same can be said about people who are Droid when you start picking stuff apart too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the unfortunate. It's the unfortunate part of it. I mean, it's a little bit of a catch-22 here. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
to be honest, I don't care as much anymore. I thought that bothered me a lot until I got a decent Bluetooth headset. And now I actually prefer, because I don't have to worry about wires. I'm not kinking something. I'm not breaking a connector. But at the end of I also liked having it, like being able to plug it into something to actually use. I know they make them.
No, I'm saying this. I love this. I never want to use a standard 3.5 millimeter again after using this. My little FIO DAC. This thing can run high impedance headphones, and it supports low latency Bluetooth, and also I can just straight up use it USB-C. And if I want to use it with an iPhone, guess what? They're packaged with a USB-C to Lightning cable.
That's going to be interesting to see what happens when
they switch to USB-C.
When the EU forces them to switch to the USB-C, if they're just going to make tooling common across the board, or are they going to try and weasel more money out of the stateside stuff?
Who knows? They're probably going to common tool it, to be honest.
I mean, that would be a smart manufacturing decision, because you're not having to run tools. Because what happens? Because just think, like, let's say, entertain the thought that they do maintain two separate build layouts. What happens when you ship a non-US phone, or the US phone, to the non-US market, to the EU? How many fines are you going to incur? Because it's illegal to do it now. After I think 2022, I think is when it goes into play. But
I see them going fully USB-C.
I mean, I do too. It makes sense.
I don't see them having that big of a fuss about it.
I mean, it's Apple.
Also, Bowman, yes, they're supposed to be good with high impedance headphones, but they didn't define that. As far as I'm aware, on their text page, it doesn't tell you what milliwatts it can do at different ohmage. That bothers me. Just saying it's good with high impedance headphones.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? I know this DAC is rated for 150 ohms. I know that in actuality, from watching a fantastic YouTuber that I love, Dank Pods, he says that he's run 300 plus ohm headphones out of it, and they sound amazing.
That would be nice too.
Yeah.
Because if we take my wife's car, my phone will not operate as a pass-through. Period. It straight up. I've tried many of them. Phone just comes up and says, "This is not a compatible device with your device," and then it disconnects from it. I think it even states disconnecting so it doesn't damage the phone.
Is that because it's Android or just your...
That I'm not sure, because I've even gone through to look and I can't find any documentation to allow a pass-through on the Note S21. Or S20. S20.
Yeah, the Note 20 Ultra.
Yeah.
That you have.
Yeah. Sorry. But yeah,
I don't know. It's weird though. It's a tough topic, to be honest, because no matter what decisions companies make now, there's never a right answer anymore. Unfortunately,
I mean,
someone's gonna be pissed.
Standardizing it all, that sucks. If you get pissed, it's better for the masses if you standardize it, because then you won't have to worry about all of these bullshit proprietary nonsense stuff.
I wasn't just referring to Lightning. I was referring to 3.5 millimeter as well. I honestly would love it if headphones standard changed from 3.5 millimeter to USB-C.
I mean, it would make sense. Faster data transfer rates too.
Faster data transfer rates. You could have phones with a proper DAC and amp in them.
Yeah.
Since USB power share is a very real thing that just works on phones.
Well, like, what was it? I think it was 19 or 20, and old friend of mine and I went through the math of using it was just USB 1.0 for audio, for like speaker hookups, for like home audio, because of the data transfer rates of it. At the time, it was better than anything on the market, but it wasn't easy to make an interface from audio to USB to then have the information from the speaker itself understand that and then turn it back into sound.
Yeah.
Now it's a fucking drop of a hat, but I'm talking about something that was almost 20 years ago.
I think it would be a very good thing if headphones did just fully switch, wired headphones switched to USB-C, because currently there is no such thing as wireless lossless.
No, there's not. There could be potentially, but I think the amount of power draw that a lossless headset would have, that it would have to be able to maintain that, battery life just isn't there.
Right. And that's why I'm saying I would love to see headphones for wired switch to USB-C, because wired lossless is not becoming a thing anytime soon, as far as I can tell. I think Apple is wanting to work on that.
So they're Apple Studio phone things, whatever they're called. They try and say that they are, but they're not. They're like the retro. I can't think of the name of them now.
AirPods Max?
Yes, thank you.
No, Apple specifically said they are not lossless and they cannot operate in lossless mode. They did specifically say that. What they did say is that if you have lossless headphones, they can now be supported and do the iPhone can now do lossless playback through the Apple lossless codec.
ALAC.
The ALAC, yeah. And lossless can be achieved using the lightning port now, but they've also said if you use a lightning to lightning cable with AirPods Max, they are still not lossless.
That's just stupid. I still can't believe that you're using a that old of a connector for a phone.
It's USB 2.
I know. It's terrible.
There's a reason why it's faster to transfer your data with the side-by-side Apple system than backing it up to iTunes. That used to not be a thing, but now it's a thing.
Yeah. No, there was no, Lightning will not be, is in basically 2022 is going to roll around when the EU forces Apple to use USB-C on everything.
I thought it was 24. Is it 22?
Let's find out.
EU, Apple, USB-C.
Commissions. This will occur in 2022.
Oh, okay. You were right. I was wrong. In all honesty, I could see Apple going full USB-C next year. I could see Apple biting the fines.
I'm like, so, but yeah, I guess that's the thing. If Apple starts biting the fines, well, then the EU has the right to increase those fines. And then you just increase the fines to where it's not. You having issues there?
I think there's something in my cup.
Well, I mean, there's like antifreeze in your cup. But no, I sincerely hope Apple goes away with Lightning, because why the fuck would you want to think that you could record a raw data and then think that someone's going to plug that into a USB 2.0 connection to transfer that off of their phone and sit there for 5 hours? Are you fucking stupid? That's like Diablo. That's like Blizzard saying, well, you have a smartphone, don't you? Because that's now, do I wait 5 hours, or do I spend the $5 to use a mobile hotspot to upload it in 30 seconds for the same amount of data?
I think it's really going to depend on how strict the fines are defined whenever the EU lays that out for Apple. And because I mean, this will all have to be on Apple's end, obviously. But how much does Apple make off the Lightning patent each year right now? And they're gonna have to just look at it and be like, are we still gonna make more off this Lightning patent and the royalties from Lightning accessories than the fines are gonna be? Because ultimately, it's gonna be.
Apple's pissed about it because they're going to lose potentially $2.8 billion a year in revenue from just standalone chargers being purchased in the EU annually.
Mm-hmm.
A general Apple user, at least by the commission of the EU, a general Apple user buys 3 chargers a year. I mean, as a business, yeah, I would be pissed about losing $3 billion a year in annual sales.
Because then you can just go get any USB-C cable.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They're made in China. They're made with child labor. What do you expect? You're paying for your iPhone that you want to buy for $1,200, cost maybe $150 USD to make. Maybe a little more. It could be
That's how everything is. It's not just Apple.
I'm just using that as an example. I know mine is the exact same way.
Yeah.
But my charger for it doesn't cost me $80 fucking dollars. And it came with my phone.
That's because you bought the last generation of Samsung to come with chargers. My Z Flip 3 did not. Well, it did, but that's because I pre-ordered it and got a promo with a free plug from Samsung.
See, I feel like that's bullshit. If you're going to sell an electronic device and you don't have a means to charge it, I'm going to sue the fuck out of you for that. You are not giving me a means to maintain the product.
I have seen that, Bowman. I have seen Strange Parts do that.
Yes. Oh yeah, he does a whole bunch of shit through China, because you can just go to a PCB manufacturer in China and order it.
Yeah, he does. He added a 3.5 back to an iPhone 7.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he has, maybe not him specifically, but I know someone has made a USB-C iPhone.
I mean, that's literally just wiring to a connector.
I mean, it's obviously not 3.0 speeds, but...
No, but as long as power and all the kind of wires are connected up right, the connector will still work.
Yeah. Anyways, he's also swapped out the memory module on his iPhone, which is possible.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but I mean, that's getting back well into the right to repair, which...
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult.
Not so much.
It is difficult to switch out the memory modules.
No. I'm saying, I'm sorry. That, yes. I'm talking about the right to repair. There's no argument about that.
No. Everyone should be allowed to repair the device they own.
Or attempt to repair. And still maintain and still maintain your warranty. because that's the
To an
thing.
extent.
Dude,
To
I
an
mean,
extent.
if you go break it and you break it in half because you're being stupid, that's one thing. But if you're following directions, you're following a known like if Apple put out a tutorial of a video on how to replace replace the screen, yeah, and not disable part like that, that's a lawsuit, flat out.
Okay.
Like
Here's what I will say. Right to repair, I understand it voiding your warranty. I understand it. Because ESD is a very big thing. Now, while Linus did have a video showing that is much, much harder to fry your electronics with ESD than companies like to make out,
I mean,
it
it
is still a
used
thing.
to be a thing. It totally used to be a thing when we were kids. It's not. I mean, Electro Boom, and yeah, they proved that no, it's not. I mean, you can, but it's not.
It's very unlikely. But
I mean, yeah, Sybs is a kid, but that's not the point.
what I'm saying is, I don't think they should turn you down to repair it, and they definitely shouldn't charge you more than the out of warranty cost. Here's where I'm going to say though. You could potentially damage it with third-party parts. And then when you do, if you put the original back in, it's very hard to detect, hey, was there ever a third-party part in there? Because if they got their voltages wrong or pins wrong on a battery per se, that can cause major damage. What I disagree with is if you take 2 iPhone 13s right now, buy them straight out of box, swap the screens, the cameras won't work on either, Face ID won't work on either, Apple Pay won't work on either. There's a lot of features that are disabled. I don't agree with that. What I do agree with is maybe disabling Apple Pay, because if it's a third-party part, you never know what could have been installed inside of it. I just see that as a safety feature. And then in the settings, under the About section, it will say third-party screen installed. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
But you
I
see,
don't-
but here's I'm just to kind of deflate that all in one argument. Automotive, you replace shit in your car with third-party stuff that are held to a very, very specific standard, because if not, they get fucked in the ass. No, I'm sorry, your total argument is completely washed. The fact that because flat out, Apple may make a great, phenomenal screen, but what if someone who's third party makes it better? Just using it as an example, I don't necessarily think that's the case. But if someone makes a better product than what you're doing and then you're going to disable it, no, that is not how shit works.
I understand your agreement, but it's not regulated the same way that the automotive industry is.
Maybe it should be.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But
I mean, yes, and that's another issue too.
That is a big issue, Bowman, and I agree with that. It used to be. I don't think it is the same way now, but up until recently, you could go on a Samsung Direct website and order OEM replacement parts for your phone at decent prices. I don't think it's still like that, just because of the flexible OLEDs. But also, Apple's repair costs are fucking nuts.
Yeah, they're stupid. Considering the person who makes the repairs makes like $11 an hour.
$550 for a screen replacement is never okay.
No.
My OG Fold, my Fold 1. Keep in mind, different technology. It was $600 for a screen replacement. That is a completely different scenario.
That's a luxury phone.
It's a luxury phone. There are literal moving parts that have to be worked around. And it was a first-gen device.
Yeah.
And a super fragile device at that.
Yeah.
That is a completely different story.
Yeah.
An iPhone 12 screen should not cost the same amount to replace as an OG Galaxy Fold screen. Ever.
No, never. Ever, 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 ever. It's stupid. Absolutely fucking asinine.
It's a way of forcing people into buying Apple Care for the $30 screen replacements. I think it's worth it. I think Apple Care is worth it with that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's $30. Apple Care, what is it? Is it $100 a year?
150.
100. I mean,
or 200 on the Pro models.
Whatever.
For 2 years.
It's okay.
It's worth it.
I mean, that's that. I mean, yes, that's worth it, but it should be $30. Period. Because think about it. Hear me out on this. You working in a cell phone store, being around them, how much time do you think it takes to replace a cell phone screen?
I know how much time it takes because I used to do it.
Okay.
It depends. Listen, depends on the model, but with most newer models, 20-30 minutes.
20-30 minutes. Okay. So you're quote unquote skilled labor. We'll just shop rate $64, $30. We'll call it $50 to cover the cost of the screen. It should not cost any more than $50 to replace that screen. You are not working an hour's worth of time. You are not doing that hard of labor. It's intensive and it can be stressful because if you break something, you're fucked. But that's on you as the repair person, not on the consumer.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I think it should be is I think it should be closer to Samsung's out of warranty stuff. Which, if I'm not mistaken, their phones, which keep in mind they do have the curved OLED still, and the under fingerprint scanner. So it is more complicated to replace the Samsung screen. I think currently it's like $250 on an S21 Ultra.
Okay, but I would still have the same. I would still have the same argument. How much does it? Quantify it down. How long? Because they've already done it. Right. They already know. So everything else is just straight profit. Cool, cut it out.
Everything is straight profit, but you got to factor in not just the cost of the labor, the cost of shipping, because generally when you ship it to a place, you're not charging them for shipping. It's normally a prepaid label. So you got to factor that into it a little bit.
Okay, you're talking pennies because the amount of shipping they're doing and who they're using, they're getting an awesome rate, so they're paying pennies on the dollar for that. So I understand the argument, but it's kind of moot for shipping. But I digress.
I understand. Let me make my full argument here. The cost of the screen, which is one of the more expensive components on a cell phone these days, with all the technologies that go into it. And also, let's not forget that a big portion of the cost of why your phone costs so much is R&D time. These screens are getting better and better each year. They do require R&D. And then also, I know that the Samsung repair place, I believe, is I break you fix, something like that.
Yeah,
they've got to pay for those buildings, and so that has to factor into it a little bit. Not just paying the employee, but paying the rent and keeping the lights on.
Okay, I understand that. If that's all you're doing, sure.
But also, you got to make a profit on it, like, because otherwise they can just say, get bent, do it yourself, or buy another phone.
Okay, I'll concede to that. Fine, roll it up. So if they work a half hour, roll it up to an hour. $64. You've made $30 worth of profit for a 20-minute job. Maybe we'll say on the case of like my phone, we'll say it's 45 minutes, just because it's more complicated. So there's other factors involved. But
right, other factors are involved.
But here's the thing. Oh, you don't like it right there? It's so cute.
I can turn it off.
Like right here, it's so cute.
There, does this make it better?
I can't believe it took you this long. We're 56 minutes into it and you just now noticed it. That's hilarious.
I can take it away. I'm gonna put it back, but
but so again, I come back to the automotive industry. There's a reason why they're standardized.
How dare?
I mean, he definitely is one of he uses it as audio.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's
totally. Fair. That's because when I'm like streaming in Discord, he does that. So I'm fully aware of what he does. Okay,
let's go back to the automotive industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use an example from my personal life recently. $250 I paid to replace a single segment of brake line that 2 weeks later failed.
Yeah.
And there was no guarantee on it.
Yes.
There should have been. They also sent my car to me in unusable condition.
Yeah. No, with that being said, again, as I told you when you told me about that, they should no longer be in business.
I understand. It's neither here nor there.
No,
I'm not talking about that anymore right now. What I'm saying though is when you get a repair from iBreakyFix or from Apple, there's a 30-day guarantee on it. There is a warranty on that service, and I've seen it utilized multiple times. I will also say, from having a certified Apple repair facility in the company I used to work for, I've seen it on the notes where the text said, yes, it was a shattered phone. However, whenever I pulled it up, I jerked too hard, broke the ribbon cable, service zeroed out, rather than them being charged the AppleCare replacement cost.
Yeah, because again, the person making the repair goofed. They broke it.
But yes, $550 is ridiculous.
Yes.
$200 to $300, not as ridiculous in my opinion.
No, that is. It could. So this gets into the realm of how often do you break your phone, and how hard are you on your devices?
Right. But also, I'm gonna say here, I think AppleCare is worth it because part of that cost that they're doing is it covers no more than 2 repairs a year on the monthly, and no more than 2 repairs total if you buy it outright for the 2 years. Keep that in mind. So you're paying $200 for that. Let's say you get the screen repaired. That's $260 twice versus paying $1,100.
I mean, I get it. You're not wrong. I understand that. But there's still a fundamental issue that's wrong there. So kind of swinging back to what you said about how you got work done that didn't come with a warranty. My car, derecho damage. It's still under warranty from the repairs that are done. So the place you went is just shit.
Oh, I agree, and I'll never go there again.
Yeah. So you're making a valid point, but when you go to a place that's non-reputable that won't offer a warranty, well, and you still use it, I mean, that's all on you.
But I will also say, accidental damage, I don't have a problem with it not being covered by warranty.
Yeah, I mean, it is your device, but I guess so. Here's the discrepancy. If it's my device and I damage it, that's on me. If it's not my device and I damage it, well, whose device is it then? Because
I agree.
Apple wants to have it both ways. It's my device, Apple's, and it's your device. That's not how this works.
Apple doesn't want to sell the parts. I don't agree with that. I think that they absolutely should offer the parts. I think that you should have to at least take some kind of questionnaire on some things so that before you get it, I don't see that as unreasonable. A little bit of a questionnaire for your specific model of phone that you have to complete before they'll sell you the part. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Why?
I don't think it's unreasonable, because if I just buy the screen, not me particularly, but coming from the customer service industry, if I botch it and then take it to Apple, they shouldn't get yelled at for doing their jobs, having to take over from a botch job.
I mean,
And they
sure.
and they absolutely 100% will, because some cocky motherfucker will think, oh yeah, I can do it myself, and then they'll fuck it up and they'll be like, well, you sold me the part, it should have been fine. And they do not get paid enough for that, nor should they have to deal with that ever. I don't think that a short questionnaire is unreasonable.
I mean, okay. I guess this is, again, coming from the automotive industry. Go buy the part. Cool. If you fuck it up, guess what? Get bent. You fucked it up. That's your own damn fault. You're going to pay to fix it, because there's a reason why I have certifications. You don't have to fucking like it. You can get pissed, yell, piss, and moan all you want. You want your car fixed or not?
I understand. People are shitty.
Yeah,
and
you're never going to get around that.
With the reputation Apple has, I don't think that those poor employees deserve that kind of flack that they would get.
That's also because they're overworked and underpaid because of other reasons, but that's
neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there. Yes, but I think that's part of the issue too, is that you have someone who is doing these repairs, who is skilled labor. At the end of the day, you are not some random Joe Schmo working on these phones. You have skills, you have technical skills, and you are not being paid as such. There have been in-depth reports about how they barely make 15 an hour. They start at 11 an hour.
I understand completely. Yes, it's abhorrent. But I will also say, part of the difference between going and buying the parts yourself for your car and your phone is the precision. If I need to replace my headlight, I can do it pretty easily. They're much larger components. If I need to replace the front camera on my phone, it's a completely different story.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Again, it's you are that it's the end of the day, it's knowing your self-worth. That's why my hourly rate is what it is. I know my self-worth. And I get it that it's a job that you have to work, and you have to be paid. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna do this job where you could go, like, let's say Apple tomorrow started selling parts, and you work for Apple repairing their phones, you could quit and open up a fucking store and triple your hourly rate, and you would make a fucking killing.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't think you understand.
No, I'm
not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying that I'm trying to think of a good way to put this, for lack of better terms. I don't care. I think they should sell the parts to third-party repair facilities after they get certification, because they do offer certified Apple repair certifications. They do offer that, and then they will sell you the parts for that. I'm fine with that, because that does help them some as well.
Yeah, no, becoming certified in something to do, like, well, just for giggles, factory repair, insert name of factory, whatever the case may be. From a business perspective, that's smart. You now are, me being the business owner, has taken my time, effort, and energy to become certified in your product.
Mm-hmm.
You're not out at the company aren't out any money. They didn't pay, because they had to pay you to become certified and prove that you are certified to do the work. And now, they can now offload work to this certified person, who then can train more certified people to where it's repaired, and we can deal with them directly because they're green lighted. They know. Welcome to the automotive industry. Literally.
Welcome to Apple. Apple will sell OEM parts to people that have the Apple Repair certification, and you can get that.
But how much is it?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, no, I'm back. You know what? We have the Googles.
Okay, yes.
I'm actually curious.
I mean, I don't think it's stupid. It's probably a little stupid, but with Apple, I mean, it's the company that sells a goddamn monitor stand for $1,000 on a monitor that doesn't come with a stand. And it's what, a $300 VESA mount on the monitor that doesn't come with a VESA mount or a stand? Like, some things Apple does, I will say, are abhorrent. I think their prices for screen repair out of warranty are abhorrent. I think they should be lowered, but that's my biggest concern. Personally, I honestly don't care if they sell me the parts directly, because even if they sold me the parts directly, I know I could repair the part myself. I would still take it to Apple. That way they are liable.
So, total cost of Apple certification, $5,000
How long is that good for?
a year.
Okay.
That's, if you're gonna make a business out of it, that's not bad.
No,
It's not bad at all.
no, it's
Just
not.
depends on what because you're never gonna really know unless someone leaks it, but they're not gonna do that. What is
probably
what
an
is your
NDA too.
cost? Well, of course, there's always NDAs for anything like that, but that doesn't stop people from leaking shit. That doesn't stop someone from accidentally leaving a fucking phone on the counter in a bar.
True. You know, I wish that, like I said, I feel like there should be a whole big questionnaire with if they're going to sell to an individual, and not just stuff of making sure that you know how to do it. I think that part of the questionnaire should be kind of like a terms of service, where it's like, do you understand when you buy this, you are voiding your manufacturer's warranty when you do the repair yourself?
You should, but that's the thing. You shouldn't be voiding your manufacturer's warranty, because if I go replace my headlight, I'm not voiding my manufacturer's warranty.
No, but if you,
nope, it doesn't void.
Oh.
Even if I was to drop a bolt in the intake of my car, start it, destroy the engine, still wouldn't invalidate the manufacturer's warranty. They're not going to pay for that repair because I caused the damage, but it doesn't invalidate the warranty.
I think that should it void the warranty? Not necessarily. I think it should void the warranty if you then fuck it up.
See, I'm on the only reason I don't agree with it because, like, let's say you actually you do it perfectly fine, and it's 6 months after you buy it. Manufacturer's warranties for a year. 2 months after you fix it, the volume button fails because something internally breaks. Nothing you did caused that repair, caused that issue.
Hold on. Let me point out here, though, there's a very good solution around this. Apple has a very strong internal diagnostics tool that is built into every iPhone. And one thing that Samsung did whenever they don't offer Samsung Care Plus after purchase like they used to, but when they did on my Galaxy Note 9, all I had to do to purchase it was go up to a mirror, take a picture of the front of the back of it in the in the mirror, and the front of it in the mirror so that they could see it in the built-in app, in the diagnostics app. So what they could very easily do is they could make it to where before you do the repair, you have to hit, you have to run a diagnostic that is then sent to Apple When you do the repair, you run the diagnostic again, sends that to Apple, you go up to a mirror, take a picture of the front, back, and maybe even the sides.
Sides would be a little hard, but yeah, I can understand.
They could include another mirror though. Like,
true.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. You're right. That's a good point.
So it's not that hard to figure it out. If you can figure out how to replace the screen on your iPhone, you can figure out how to take a picture of the sides of your fucking iPhone.
You would think, but people are pretty damn dumb.
I also know how tiny those fucking screws and ribbons are. If you successfully repair the screen on your iPhone, you can figure it out.
Again, you're not wrong.
Like, I don't know if I still have my red iPhone easily accessible to me, my red iPhone 4. Anyway, I repaired a bunch of iPhone 4s. They were the worst. You had to take apart the entire fucking phone. Like, you had to take out the logic board, the battery, all the cameras, everything, to then get the screen off on the iPhone 4.
Ass.
Because they put a screw in each fucking corner.
I mean, that makes sense, but still.
4 screws in the corner, 1 screw in each corner, and then 3 on each side.
I mean, that ain't going anywhere.
No. Keep in mind, think about how tiny the iPhone 4 was.
True.
Do you know how fucking hard it was to put in those corner screws? Or even get those corner screws out? Anyways.
I mean, I guess...
Anyways.
You being a car guy, you understand some things. But... they're cars that, I mean, there's literally cars I've worked on. I bought a single tool for that was $12,000 to do one task.
Yeah, no, I understand.
For one bolt, $12,000.
I've seen the ones that have been like, Toyota, how the fuck am I supposed to get this mounting screw off?
Yeah, and
it's not possible to take the screw out.
Yeah, no, because of the way it's but.
Yeah,
but no,
I digress. Anyways,
yeah, but I mean, but you're right. That's an easy way around it. But currently, that's not. So if you successfully repair it, but something else breaks, well, you're SOL. Well, that's bullshit because it's still covered under the manufacturer's warranty for that. It's not.
Keep in mind, it's not even possible to directly buy the OEM parts from Apple, so this is all hypothetical. This is how they should do it bullshit. That's not going to come to fruition anytime soon.
I mean, true.
They should make you do the questionnaire. One of the questions should be that the person has to agree, if you botch this, you void your warranty.
I keep trying to see your hand like come across over here because you keep going like this, and I'm like, he's not there.
Not this time.
Like I'm like waiting to see it like come like here.
There are solutions, and I think that is a very simple and effective solution because Apple's diagnostic is honestly fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the shit that Apple does well. They do shit well. They don't invent new things. They just make existing things easier to use.
Like, when I say it works very well, I mean, like, you know, customers will be like, well, did you do this? No. Well, the diagnostic will tell me in the past, you know, X hours of operation time, X amount of apps have been open in the background.
Oh, Apple got rid of its diagnostic port on their MacBooks?
Ooh.
It's no fun.
But the software diagnostic on iPhones is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I had
oh yeah.
I had my
I love Louis Rossmann.
What was it? I'm trying to remember what broke internally in my the not the last iPhone I had, but the X Max before it. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but it like.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna interrupt you here real quick, Bones.
What?
So this is completely off topic. I want to thank all of our viewers right now. You all are all phenomenal. I just wanted to take a moment, an hour and 16 minutes in, to just thank everyone that's viewing right now. We absolutely appreciate you all. We couldn't do this. I mean, we would still do it without you, but we wouldn't be as excited to do it without you guys.
We wouldn't be doing this on stream if it wasn't for you.
We might, but
I mean,
we wouldn't have been as excited. And I mean, we have put a lot into this stream for you guys. Me and Bones actually have the same microphone. His is the World of Warcraft edition.
Yeah, I have the WoW edition mic. Because if I take, this is gonna sound weird for you. Mine is the same. Actually, yours is silver, mine's black, and then it has the gold band.
And mine has the silver band. Yeah, so we invested those specifically for the stream. We already actually had the same webcam. His is a little bit newer.
Sorry for the audio there, guys.
Oh, thanks, Bowman.
I mean, yeah, once you go black.
I mean, America went back. I digress.
Ouch.
Anyway.
Shots fired.
Sorry I get canceled.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I need more beverage, but I don't have any more beverage. It is empty.
I'm about halfway through my cup.
Open mouth, insert foot. You mean more like choke on foot.
Yeah. But also, that has to do with the candidates and everything. So, I mean, that's a bit more of a complicated thing. I'm not getting into politics. Whatever. Move past it.
I don't know what we're talking about. What? Sorry.
So we actually went in and we bought the same microphone. We each purchased XSplit VCam, which is how we're blurring our backgrounds.
Yeah, that's a fucking mess. That black blurs a 3D printer.
I don't blur mine quite as much as Bones, even though I probably should.
That's a sheet.
Also, our lovely graphic designer Haywee over at HDA Graphics, former coworker of mine, makes me sad to say former. She's phenomenal. And oh, fuck you, Bowman.
Blurred in the foreground. Well, because you could actually go into VCam and do focus, and it'll totally make everything.
Our phenomenal graphic designer Haywee over at HDA Graphics. I mean, we paid for the logo and everything that she did for us. She did a phenomenal job.
Fucking amazing job. Because look at
also,
this. Focus. Yep, see, look, blur the foreground.
Haywee got us that logo in, what was it, like 3 days?
3 days, yeah. It was fucking amazing.
She's quick. Like, she really is. She does phenomenal work. She's generally pretty quick. She will share progress along the way. Yeah,
well, and furthermore, she did 3 drawings all at the same time.
She did do 3 all at the same time.
What is this? What are you? There is nothing here. What is going on? Like, literally, I don't understand what this black line is.
Just get over it. Just get over it.
Whatever.
We'll fix it in post.
I do this and I can see my 3D printer. Hey, look, there it is. Hey, you can see it.
Anyways, if you do need some graphic design work done, absolutely please hit up Haywee over at HDA Graphics. There is a link in our about section to her Instagram. She does phenomenal work at a really good price in a really good time frame. Please hit her up because both of us have been laid off, and I absolutely want to help support her.
Give her all the business in the world.
And not just you. If you know someone else that needs it, feel free to show
the love.
Show our logo, or at least send them over to our Instagram.
Send them to us. Make sure they follow us first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shameless self promo there.
Selfless.
Self plugging.
Self plugging. No, that sounds so sexual.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh la la. Get me my icy hot.
Oh. No, no, we don't do that here. No. We just have the vibrating butt plugs. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? Why not the cock rings?
It's only on Tuesdays. It's Thursday.
Okay. What is Thursday?
Yeah. See, look, bed.
Can I interest you in a hand job and a Woody?
My boss is gonna watch this and she's gonna be like, "The fuck is this shit?" I'm sorry, Katie. I'm really not, but I'm sorry.
I'm not. Follow us on Twitch already, damn it.
Fucking Christ. Speaking of my work, so I work for Carvana, and the other day Carvana just posted their third quarter profits. They made $3.98 billion. They sold 111,949 cars in 3 months.
The used car market is phenomenal right now.
Well, that and we're nationwide. Hey, welcome Smartabot. Yeah, you're fucking late.
About time you
An
showed
hour
up.
and 23 minutes late, god damn it. I even did the YouTube recording on time.
And as for used GPU market, I don't think 3000 series will ever go back to normal.
Not for a
5000
while.
I think will be rough. I'd say around 5, 6, 7. I'd say the 4000 series might be a little bit better. I'd say it won't be around 5,000 to 7,000 series range that everything really gets back to normal is my guess. Just because COVID, no matter what your opinions on it, a global pandemic has really done a number on things.
Yes.
I think it'll be a while to get back to normalcy. And if I'm being honest, love them or hate them, I don't think masks are going away anytime soon.
They're not.
Maybe ever. And you know what? I would be okay with masks staying around. Maybe not necessarily required. I think keeping masks as a suggestion forever would be perfectly fine. Because in all honesty, after this, I might continue to wear a mask out in public. Personally.
No one knows if you have bad breath.
No one knows if you have bad breath. And then even if you're not showing symptoms yet, look at the numbers of the flu. It has gone down significantly during the pandemic.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It might not help from COVID the way you think it should, or blah, 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 getting out of that. Sickness is kind of down. So, yes, Japan, for years, they've optionally worn masks for years. I'm honestly thinking I'll probably keep optionally wearing a mask out in public.
I don't live in a dense enough populated area for me to genuinely care about that. And I'm home. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like if I go into a hospital, yeah, I'm wearing a mask. Other than the fact that I have to, I still would, because that's a clean zone. That's different. If I'm going to Walmart, I'm not rubbing shoulders. I'm not spending enough time close enough to people. If I go to a concert, yes, I'll wear a mask because I'm going to be shoulder to shoulder with people. But if I'm at a park, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm outdoors.
Outdoors, not as much. But if I go into a grocery store, I normally spend less than 5 minutes in a grocery store. It doesn't bother me to wear a mask at all. I'll wear a fucking mask for 5 minutes.
Ugh. That's no fun, man. I hope everyone gets over it quickly.
Yeah. But Bowman's been having it rough.
Doof. But kind of circling back, Kat, if you have questions about anything with Carvana, I'm not going to get into it here on stream because I'm not working. Hit me up in Discord. I will happily talk you through stuff. But I just really wanted to go talk about the fact that, selling 114,000 cars in 3 months, not a single automaker sells that much cars in 3 months. None of them do.
But going back, I don't even know what topic we were on earlier.
I was talking about cars, so cars?
You were talking about cars. Let's change up topics a little bit. Forza Horizon 5 comes out tonight. I'm excited.
Dude, actually, Forza Horizon 5, that actually is going to be pretty wicked.
God, I'm excited, especially because I've been banned from Forza Horizon 4 for 2 years.
You were what?
I told you that.
You were banned?
Yes. So in Forza Horizon, you get there's ghosts of other players, and you get more points driving around if you have the collision turned on.
Okay.
Because it gives you a bit more difficulty. I had my collision turned on in one of the DLC areas. A hacker hit my car at 600 miles an hour and sent me flying across a speed trap event, to where it registered on a leaderboard that I was going 490 miles an hour because a hacker hit me, and I got permanently banned from the online features of Forza Horizon 4.
Wow. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm. And you can ask Bowman, this was like, what, 2 weeks? It was like a week after I bought him Game Pass so that me and him could play together, and like a week after I got my wheel and pedals. I was super pissed. And I tried doing a ban appeal, and they were like, unless you've got video evidence of it, which I didn't, because I don't record my games generally. They were like, that sucks, but we have to, anybody could say that. And I understand it on their end. I understand it on their end completely.
I mean, you could also just create a new account and connect if you really wanted to.
False. Because it's linked to my Microsoft, because it's a Microsoft game and it links to your Microsoft account.
They're okay, never mind. You have to buy the game again.
Nope. I have to play it on a different PC or a different installation of Windows on a different drive.
So you could just create a new user account and log in that way.
No. Because it's linked to your Microsoft account on first-party Microsoft games like that, it grabs your Windows key. Which your Windows key then grabs your hardware IDs, so if you have to reinstall Windows, you don't have to keep up with... Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a Windows key ban. And because Windows keys keeps up with your hardware, so whenever you have to reinstall Windows, you don't have to keep up with a key. So it has to be installed on a different drive with the different Windows installation.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because you can ask Bowman, I tried creating another user account, and with a different user account, I bought a month of Game Pass Ultimate, installed it, and it still said I was banned.
That's nuts.
Because of my Windows key. I even tried it on a completely different computer, but because that computer was logged into the same Windows account, it banned that computer too.
Ugh.
They're very thorough, but I kind of understand it.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
It is a highly competitive game. The thing that upset me is not in 4, but I had Forza Horizon 3 when it first came out for PC, and I did hold out a legit leaderboard for a while. Yeah, Bowman, I was so scared of your skills when all we were doing was that fucking circuit and those fucking Reliant Robins.
Ugh, I love little Reliant Robin.
We were doing Reliant Robin races around a hill, and we made the rule that we weren't allowed to use brakes. E-brake turns only.
Oh man.
Aw, damn it, Bowman, your GPU's broken. We can't play Horizon 5 together. Damn it.
But back to a car dealer delivering 3,300 cars, or I'm sorry, 9,300 cars in a week.
Also, sorry, real quick. I'm just gonna say, I see you over there, TK. I see you in the user list. I see you there. I appreciate you showing up. Yes, the Reliant Robin is the one with 3 wheels. We made the rule that we weren't allowed to use the training wheels attachment either.
Yeah, the Reliant Robin is pretty much known as the worst vehicle ever.
It's illegal in the United States, period.
Well, any 3-wheeled vehicle with a front wheel facing, the one wheel facing forward is illegal in the US. That's the only reason why.
Yes, Mata. YouTube up Top Gear Reliant Robin.
And you'll understand. Oh,
and you'll love it. That's
hilarious. Fucking amazing.
Oh, God. My boss was watching Clarkson Farms. I haven't watched it yet.
I've actually heard it's pretty decent.
I've heard it is too. He was laughing though. He was like, he doesn't know anything about farming, so he bought Lamborghini tractors. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but that's like the European equivalent of John Deere.
Yeah, actually, Lamborghini started making.
Yes,
that Lamborghini literally was founded making tractors. The only reason Mr. Lamborghini made a fucking
So is Porsche.
Yes. Yeah, the only reason Mr. Lamborghini made a car is because he bought a Ferrari and he destroyed the clutch, was pissed about how much the clutch was, gave it to one of his techs. His tech replaced it with the exact same, it bolted in the Lamborghini clutch from one of his tractors. He took it to Enzo Ferrari, and Enzo Ferrari had a fucking conniption fit. And so he said, fuck you, I'm gonna make my own car, and thus came the Mira.
Beautiful car, by the way.
Absolutely fucking gorgeous car.
Of the Lamborghini Miura.
I have had the pleasure of riding in one.
I have not.
Ugh. I wanted to drive it, but I wasn't allowed. Driven cars that are more valuable than that, but I wasn't allowed to drive that particular car.
Miuras are expensive now, though.
And they've always have been.
I mean, they're way more expensive now, though.
Oh, I mean, yes.
Because a brand new Lamborghini, I mean, they're generally around 300,000.
Yeah. So no, I was like,
but Miuras are like the multi-million-dollar.
Oh yeah. I was talking to someone at work the other day, and they were complaining about how expensive all the cars were. I was like, well, yeah, I are you taking into account of the silicon shortage? You're like, what do you mean? Why would that have anything to do with it? Well, your car runs on a computer. That car is made with silicon. 90% of the world's silica comes from China. There are literal automakers that aren't producing new cars. Mercedes, I think Ford. Plants not functioning. That physically drives the cost of every single running vehicle up. It makes it inherently more valuable.
Here's what I'll ask you. At least for a temporary time, do you see there being a possibility of, while there is such a large chip shortage, a possibility of things going back to mechanical injection for a little while? No, you don't see that happening?
No, efficiency. They will not be as efficient. And the EU's forcing electric vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
They're banning the sale of petrol-powered cars. California is banning the sale of petrol-powered cars. They're forcing the EV route. No, they will never go back. They're trying to force force away from fossil fuels as a fuel source for vehicles.
Petrol cars will never go away.
Nah, I don't. They might in our lifetime.
Because collectors. They'll never fully go away.
They'll
'Cause
figure out
collectors.
some way to synthetically make fuel. I mean, they synthetically make motor oil.
Yeah, I understand that, and I mean, yes, but that's what I'm saying. Petrol cars will never fully go away.
Because yeah, like my car, I bought my car in 2015, and it was 16 grand.
I guess. Hey, Bones.
Yeah. Is it empty?
This would have been a giveaway night.
Well, it's also not as alcoholic, so you're
Yeah.
but nonetheless,
That wasn't a lot, though.
I mean, yeah, you drank 3/4 of a 2-liter.
Sorry. I'll just show the stream here. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I'll
you're
show
fine.
the stream my new cup.
To your desk.
Oh yeah. So here's my PC setup.
Yeah, no, it's nuts to think that a 2011 could get it's almost a historical vehicle. That's crazy. And it's a fucking Prius. A Prius.
Priuses didn't come out that early, did they?
Yeah. Well, because the Prius, because there was the.
I'm looking it up now.
Toyota Prius was first offered in. Let's see.
2001. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think they were that.
Technically
Early on.
97.
But model years were 2001.
Yeah. They were US side, it was 01. But outside of the US, it was 97.
Oh, they didn't go hatchback until 2003, though.
Yeah. Yep. At an introduction in 97, it won the Car of Year Japan Award in 98. Production commenced in December of 97. The Teikioka plant in Toyota Aichi, ending in February 2000 after a cumulative production of 37,425 vehicles.
Let me get your question on another type of car. Sorry. How do you feel about the Mirai, the Toyota Mirai? That's the hydrogen Toyota.
Oh,
That's only available in Cali.
I have a problem with hydrogen as a fuel source.
Okay.
That's a literal H-bomb.
Fair.
Hydrogen is the literal most unstable element on the periodic table of elements.
Fair. How do you feel about LPG cars?
It's a bomb.
They also generally have reinforced tanks.
Still a bomb that could be ruptured at a high-speed collision.
I've thought about converting my BMW to LPG.
I mean, it's neat. I mean, because it totally works. Forklifts ran off it.
Mm-hmm.
Finally clear. Oh. So I mean, yeah, it's viable. I mean, I think it's interesting, but I don't. It's not sustainable because it's still refined. It's still refined gasoline to get it.
No, I understand that. I've thought about doing converting my Z3 into LPG on a dual fuel system because apparently the S54, or no, mine has an M54 model engine. Apparently, it's just a strong enough engine that it can take LPG and gasoline like a champ. And you can even switch between the two.
Nice. Yeah, I have issues with Priuses just in general.
They're
not
ugly.
They are fucking ugly as shit. Now, granted, with that being said, there is one Prius that I love.
Oh, is it the really sleek one that's out now?
No. It is modified.
Oh, is it the big black V8 Prius?
No. It's still a Prius.
I do like the Prius Prime.
I'm just going to cover you.
Of course.
That is fucking gorgeous. And that is a Prius.
With a Lexus badge.
No, it's actually the Lexus version of the Prius. Front and rear bumper bolt on.
Gotcha.
Actually, the whole front doghouse and rear. But yeah, no, that's fucking gorgeous. Best looking Prius ever.
Have you seen the new, what do you think of the new 2022 BRZ? I think it's hot.
I mean, it's a BRZ. It's just gorgeous.
And also 228 horsepower. Oh.
Yeah, and that light of a car, it's going to be fun. But yeah, kind of back to saying I bought my finish my damn story. So I bought my car in 2015, and then it's a 2013 for 16 grand. My car, a 2013, currently right now with the same amount of mileage is 16 grand. Literally a year and a half ago, that car was worth 8. Because it's a running vehicle, it has doubled in value.
I'm kind of curious. I'm curious what my car would go for is worth. Has KBB updated their pricings?
Yeah, everything's showing inflated pricings due to the silicon shortage.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's nuts how it's affecting the cost of vehicles. Because I mean, I'm seeing people buying like 2012 like Tacomas, and they're almost 30 grand. Like, that's asinine. I mean, I understand it's a Toyota; they hold their value, but a 10-year-old truck with 160,000 miles on it. I mean, that's still fairly low mileage, all things considered. But 27 grand? No. No. Just no. Everything, no out the wazoo. But I'm not here to...
Would you say that my car would be in good condition based off KBB? Because it doesn't have mechanical issues right now.
It does have mechanical issues. You don't have air conditioning.
I'll get that fixed.
So currently, yes, it has mechanical issues.
I'll get that fixed.
What you asked? You were here, like, why doesn't it work? It's missing the fucking valves, Tim.
I'm just gonna count that as I'm still gonna put it in the good range just to get an idea.
I mean, yeah, it still runs, it still operates. The body's in decent shape.
I could sell it for about what I bought it for. With 50,000 more miles on it.
What the heck? Why would an art supply maker of the United States? What's? I don't understand. Number 2 pencils. What's that have to do with anything? Smata, you've lost me. What does this have to do with cars? I actually don't have any thoughts on the Pixel 6, just because I haven't done a whole lot of digging into it, because I'm not in a position to buy a new phone currently, so I'm not looking. Oh. I was like, I've never heard of like 2007 Dixie. Okay, I know there's a Dixie. I was thinking like lawnmower because Dixie Motors. Because
I'll answer this one for you, Kat, since Bones is not as up to date. I'm excited about the Pixel 6, specifically the Pro. I think it's a very big step for Google. Good on them for switching to their own silicon. I think that's a very good move on their end. Smata, we are in the middle of a podcast. Stop redirecting our attention.
nah, this is worth it.
Oh.
That's pretty good. But also,
right, so what I was saying,
Dixie chopper, Dixie lawnmower. Sorry, my bad.
Yes, Keanu. Keanu Cat. I'm going with that one. Keanu Cat. Battery life is just unfortunate on phones right now, I'll have to say. But we're in a weird time at the same time. Like, silicon shortage is a very real thing. And so they're having to be less picky about the silicon they get. So there can be a lot. There can be more variation in the range of performance, and not necessarily performance, but efficiency is part of that performance.
Don't mind me as I slather my arms in lotion because of my psoriasis.
Yeah. Ignore him for a moment.
Oh.
I'll say I've got my Z Flip 3, which the biggest complaint people have with the Z Flip 3 is battery life. Not an issue for me.
Don't you have that like
first.
mag battery thingy?
I do, but I haven't used it in the last month. Once it did its adaptive battery learning, I haven't had to use it.
Oh, nice.
So, but yes, it is very easy to get your hands on a MagSafe ring, and I ended up buying a MagSafe battery pack that actually stays in the form of it while folded. So, and that does help tremendously if I'm doing something longer. I will also say, I'm using the Samsung feature that limits my battery to 85% to help longer total life for it. So it's gotten a lot better though, but that was a big issue that I had at first. I do love the phone, but no. Unfortunately, with a lot of the battery technology right now, a lot of it relies on adaptive battery, and that takes a couple of months to key in. So initial reports on battery life on Pixels, while important, I almost have to say disregard them, just because in a couple of months it'll probably get significantly better. But I'm excited, especially about the camera system on the Pixel, because the Pixels have managed to maintain a phenomenal camera system with subpar specs on their cameras. And now that they've got a 48 megapixel shooter on that Pixel 6 Pro, holy shit, game changer for them.
But you can't record in RAW video footage.
I don't give a fuck. I don't need raw video footage. If I wanted to record in raw video footage, I would buy the fucking Red Hydrogen 1.
I mean, yeah. And you'd have better upload speeds from the USB connection.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't buy a fucking iPhone. I'd buy the Red Hydrogen 1.
Oh,
because Red knows how to make fucking cameras.
I mean, yes.
They make the cinema ones.
Yes. Well, or they're one of the makers at least.
They're the biggest.
I'd have to say this Panavision is definitely the largest.
I'd say Red's still pretty big though.
Red is big for slow-mo photography. They make the best slow-mo cameras. But as far as
all the cameras that LTT uses are Red 8K cameras.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a sponsorship deal there.
I think they bought them beforehand because they used Red before.
Because yeah, you'll notice that most of your films, when you're watching the credits, made with Panavision. Hey.
Oh.
I pulled up Google Chrome.
Oh,
and
I was pulling it up real quick.
I can't type. Nah. Taking more effort than I want to put into it.
That's fair. You are correct, though. Panavision is.
Panavision's huge. I mean, every single Marvel movie was filmed with Panavision.
Going to the Panavision website, though, if you go to the Panavision website, go to rental and then digital, Red is one of the brands. Directly from Panavision. Film, it's just Gold, Millennium, Panaflex, Panavision large format, Platinum, and XL2. So I guess Panavision is partnered with Red. So
Neat.
I don't know.
Cool. I had no idea. Things you fucking learn. Okay, cool.
Oh, the Red Dragon is a Panavision camera. Okay.
Oh, well, there you go. I guess that kind of answers the question then.
Property of Panavision, Red. Wait, it's saying Red's line of DSM2 cameras features 3 unique sensor options, enabling unlimited pairing with our full collection of Panavision lenses. Okay. All Red cameras. Well, they've custom engineered Panavision modular accessories. All Red cameras are enhanced for functionality, connectivity, and efficiency. The collaboration between Panavision modular and Red cameras led to the creation of DXLM. So they're partnered.
Interesting. Neat.
Because if I want to say that LTT uses the Panavision Red Dragon Helium 8K as 35, I want to say. So.
See ya, Bowman. Thanks for joining, buddy.
Could be wrong.
I hope you feel better.
Not Bowman.
And also, Smata, you missed it. I did say in the stream earlier that I am uploading the previous 8 episodes tomorrow.
Hey, Smata, you would know this if you weren't an hour and 20 minutes late.
Yep. I have an alarm to contact a couple of people tomorrow morning. And then I have, I'm just going to come down here and just literally bulk upload them all. I was gonna process them, but I don't think I'm gonna run them through any sort of processing.
After we finish the stream tonight and raid, buy your new Nick card.
Oh yes, okay, I will. Yes, Dad, I will. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, but Red is huge with the camera industry.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like when I got my
clearly they partner with Panavision.
Yeah, I mean there you go. But no, my second iPhone was a Project Red iPhone.
That's not the same Red.
No, it's not the same Red. Well,
Red cameras and Project Red, the AIDS Foundation, are two separate things.
Yeah, that's right. That is
I do like that the Project Red iPhones come with a little thank you card.
They didn't for me. I just love the only reason I didn't go with the Project Red iPhone before is because they stopped the phone that I wanted didn't come in that. Because I just wanted it because it's literally Ohio State colors.
iPhone 12 Project Red, ugly. iPhone 13 Project Red, nice again. Because they went super light, almost pink.
That's not. No.
But the iPhone 13, they really darkened up. And it looks good. Also, so you know firsthand the issues that I have with my color vision because I went up there.
Yeah.
Then we talked about it quite a bit. iPhone 13 Pro in Sierra Blue. Love the color. Absolutely love it and all that promo shit. It looks amazing. I can't see it in person.
Oh, that's nuts.
It's like a gray to me.
God, that red.
Unless it's right in the.
Oh God, that's scarlet. That's a scarlet fucking red.
Oh, are you looking at the 13?
Yeah, I'm like, I want it, but I only want it for the color.
Go back on the website and look at the 12 in red. You'll have to go into the thing to see the back.
Oops, resistant. No, I don't care. Give me. Yeah, I'll just look. Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, I can tell those are two totally different colors.
But in the 13, it looks fantastic.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Again, I've
Yeah.
seen them in person.
Yeah. And yes, we have an hour left. At least I have an hour left. We're working on a fine. We need
seven more
followers. Yeah.
And then we just have to do the stream requirements of streaming so much within a month. And I think we both agree that once we get the 50, we're gonna just run with it and do a few streams a week
to hit churn through it. Yeah. So what'll happen is we'll do a game night on like Tuesday. And
Tuesday's game night, and then Thursdays will be
like
talk
tonight
show
will be
format.
talk show format. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also,
yes, I will concede to that.
But hold on.
And I've actually also been wanting to play Celeste. It actually came across my mind.
Actually, hold on. Let's make it a little bit harder on Smada because we still can. Bones will play Celeste once we officially have affiliate on this.
Well, I think that's what he's talking about. Yes.
Well, once we get 50 followers, you're not going to play Celeste. Once we actually hit affiliate after we get the 50 followers, then he'll play Celeste.
Yes.
Once we hit affiliate, I will probably start doing streams on my personal account as well. Probably on Sundays. Not to try and hit affiliate or anything, but just to be a little bit more active with our community.
The twitch.tv/Sabar8984 is no longer proper?
Active. Correct.
Yeah. And you said it was Sybs 984, correct?
Yep.
So we'll see if we can get...
Click that button.
Yep.
Hello, Smada bot. I've been here since before you, Smada. I wasn't late. I just haven't been speaking. Well, I have been speaking. I've been speaking a lot, actually. I'm not a first-time viewer. Smada, I was viewing this stream before you ever viewed this stream.
Sorry. in our Real Civil Engineers Discord, he said it's been Cat just said that he's been done time to completely reorganize my room 4 hours later, and I said, at least you were listening to something good though, and he said proceeds to promo. JJ, first time actually talking, but hi.
Oh yeah, JJ, hell yeah, good to see you, man. I can't wait till you get back stateside and we have you as a meatball.
Yes, this is gonna be amazing.
JJ will be a confirmed meatball once he gets back stateside.
Yes.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and do the thing that JJ hates and thank him for his service.
Thank you. Genuinely thank you for your service. I can't join the military. I'm medically barred from joining the military. So
I'm too fat.
So no, I'd hug you, but you're not stateside. So I don't give a shit if it pisses you off. So blah.
JJ is a really good friend of mine.
And I know him. I didn't know he exists.
You've played Factorio with JJ.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally like talked with him and everything else, but like, you know him.
Yes,
know who he is.
I don't know him. I've never met him in person.
You know him more than I do.
That's fair.
So then you know him. I know of him.
Fair.
Not yet. Dot 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 dun dun dun.
Oh god. JJ, I can't wait for you to get back. JJ's been doing some Crastorio space exploration.
Yeah, no, he was talking to me about that. That sounds, honestly, Crastorio is an amazing introduction to a big mod. Damn. The one that I'm playing that I was talking to you about, JJ, we're 52 hours into it.
JJ wanted me to join in on the Crastorio space exploration. I joined it for all of JJ, 2 hours, and was like, nope, I'm not going to be useful here.
No, because if you don't start in the beginnings of Crastorio, you're fucked. Because
I haven't played enough Crastorio to be able to hop in the middle.
Yeah.
I also hate hopping in the middle on games, though, with Factorio.
Depending on what's going on, yes. Especially if it's modded. If you're playing a heavily modded, like hopping into a middle of a fucking like C block or like a Bob's Angels or even Pyanodon. I mean, no, bye, peace, deuces, I'm done. Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Me and JJ are talking about doing a vanilla, getting the speedrun achievement though, and I want to try that.
You want to try doing the vanilla achievement? So as multiplayer, it's 57 minutes.
8 hours to get the achievement in the game.
For what?
The achievement built into Factorio.
Oh.
Yeah, the 8 hour one. Also in space exploration, whenever you send the the fish to space, it gives you a dolphin nuke launcher.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, that's the whole point. Thanks for the fish. Dolphin jump out of the fucking...
No, the weapon icon is a dolphin. It does the fucking dolphin whenever you shoot it, and it's like way faster and does way more damage. It's stupid.
Yeah. Let's see.
It was misinterpreted as a surprisingly sophisticated backwards double somersault while through a hoop while whistling the Star Spangled Banner. In reality.
Yeah. So current speed record for multiplayer vanilla Factorio is 59 minutes and 45 seconds.
No thanks. I'm good.
Like, that's nuts. Why are you...
Yeah, me and JJ listen to So Long and Thanks for All the Fish quite a bit.
Love that.
Surprisingly.
Such a good movie.
God.
Rest in peace,
I need to watch it again. Why'd you have to remind me?
I mean, Hans Gruber did not fall off the building for it not to be a Christmas movie.
Yakatomi Plaza.
Yes.
I've not read the books. I need to buy the full abridged trilogy and read through it. That's my plan coming up soon, actually. Let's see.
First time chat from that fucker ElderGodBones. Follow this you. I can't even fucking type.
Wow. Shameless self-promo.
Do you see? I mean, you might be able to find it on audiobook. Dude, if Sean Penn would do a reading, I would totally buy an audiobook of Sean Penn reading fucking The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh my god. Does that exist? Does that exist?
I need to finish reading through Thrawn, or listening through Thrawn on audiobook, which is a Star Wars book. Grand Admiral Thrawn is a fucking badass. See, what else are we going to talk about? You know, Bones, I think it's about that time. Do you remember the lyrics?
No.
I guess I'll sing it by myself. Are you ready for it, Bones?
No.
Are you ready for it?
Ooh, so...
Are you ready for it, Bones?
No, I'm just looking up something. Jesus Christ. So the audiobook for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the narrator is Stephen Fry, the narrator from the actual movie.
Is Stephen Fry? Oh my god, that's fantastic.
So I would be willing to listen to that. Like, that's fucking awesome.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do that. So, Bones, you ready?
Sure. I don't remember it, so I'm not singing it, so I have no idea.
It's time for some bullshit. You're gonna love it. It's time for Cosmo Voyage.
Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Fucking Cosmo Voyage. Jesus Christ.
All right, so... when we last left our misogynist bastard,
the adventures of Juan Quirk.
Juan Quirk.
Juan Tibetan Quirk.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We had left off shortly after the passing of First Officer and Captain Foggia.
Yes.
They had taken the mandatory hiatus after renaming the ship to the Foggia's Lament.
Yep. I had just given a speech to all the crew members at basically the cafeteria deck. I was told
that you're the interim captain.
That I'm the interim captain for the time being. A pack card is being moved to helmsman.
You're still the helmsman. He's being moved back to navigation.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Apologies. Back from engineering.
There's no current acting first officer.
No current acting first officer. And we left. I had the question of, I wanted to ask people questions about something. And you said I had to remember it. And since it's been like 3 fucking weeks, I don't remember this shit. Fuck. I mean, I could go pull up the recording and play it and go hear it, but I'm trying to remember what the questions were for. Did you take note of it?
Nope, because I told you had to remember it.
Fuck. I also wasn't expecting to take a week off of doing this either. So
it's been like 4 weeks since we last did.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like I'm running off of sheer memory. You have shit written down.
I do. It's actually just a couple of names of important things and some of your abilities.
Yeah, no, I'm remembering this from sheer just memory. So I gave speech. I came over and I talked to Big Reg or Huge Reg.
Huge Reg.
And they told me that it was a good speech. The speech was I rolled high enough for it to be well received. It wasn't a phenomenal speech, but it was overtly well received. And God, I can't remember what I was gonna go ask.
I don't remember how long. If you want to pull it up while I do some talking about what's happened, I don't remember what I said the interim was, but I'm gonna say that it was a 2-week interim.
I think if I remember, I think it was 14 days. I could pull it up, but it's also going to broadcast, so I don't want to. Oh,
that's fair.
I don't want to play it over you.
That's fair. So during this 2-week interim, which is what it officially is, Huge Reg, in his time of grieving, you see him for the first time. He's even bigger.
Oh God.
He's been spending his 2 weeks doing nothing but working out.
One way to get through some shit.
So before, he was 7'3" and 550 pounds of pure strong. He is now 7'3" and 900 pounds of pure strong.
The fuck?
He has gained 350 pounds of muscle mass.
He's just like,
I mean, he's 7'3" as well. Actually, no. He is now actually 7'8".
He's gotten 4 inches.
No, he's grown 5 inches.
5 inches.
Almost half a foot.
Dude, I'm just like thinking about this. I have 8-foot ceilings here.
Yeah, he is now 7'8" and 900 pounds of pure strong.
I mean, potentially. I mean, that would.
No.
Yes.
So he is magically infused. He does have Tiny Reg as his ghost. He got big.
Like Tiny Reg or Huge Reg?
Huge Reg got Huger Reg.
Yes. Okay.
I don't have notes on Tiny Reg because he mostly just kind of does his own thing.
Yeah, but see, there's nothing really we've ever had to do anything with Tiny Reg at the moment.
Tiny Reg, actually, in all honesty, stays out of the plane of existence most of the time.
I mean, from what I gathered, there's no real need for him because Reg is just he's a meat shield.
Tiny Reg can heal, has some healing wait, no. Did Huge Reg have? Yes, he does have a ghost. That's right.
Yeah, he was one of the few that had a ghost.
I need to write some stuff up. Tiny Reg does have the healing ability.
Okay.
And he also has a metallic ability, so he can move metal stuff. But they basically determined that it's more beneficial for Tiny Reg to be out of the plane of existence, because if Tiny Reg dies, they lose Huge Reg.
Yes. Yeah. Because the ghosts are connected. So if one dies, the other one dies, which is why we lost both first Foggia and
Captain Foggia.
Captain Foggia, yeah. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Hold on.
Okay. I also believe that chat said they wanted me to continue the shitty changing accents of Huge Reg.
Yes, that was, we rolled for that.
Yes, unfortunate for me.
I wanted candy.
So, Huge Reg does come up to Interim Captain Quirk. Captain, it is time that we go down to the planet and try to make our democratic relations.
Okay, so yeah. So
JJ, the last part of it. Oh, go ahead. If you want to explain it.
Basically, this is. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. He's never been a DM.
No, I have, just not a good one.
So this is
Still not a good one.
an entire ripoff of Star Trek, but not. So basically everything it's all parody. So I'm a misogynistic dude that is I'm wanting to be a captain of a starship of the Space Navy, and my name is Juan Tibetan Quirk, because James Tiberius Kirk. JJ,
I've never tried to DM for you.
My rival is it's Pack Card, isn't it?
Yes, it's Jeff Liam Packard.
There we go. Yeah, Jeff Liam Packard, or Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, that's right. You were. Everyone in that campaign said that they had fun, but I was not a good DM.
Yeah. So I mean, this is basically just about having fun. There's nothing serious about it because it's just me.
Wait, are you saying I was or was not a good DM? This is also not actually.
No comment.
This is not actually D&D. This is just I kind of rolled dice and he does whatever. We don't keep up with the character sheet. I keep up with the little things for myself.
Totally just nerd shit. You're right.
Yeah, this is for fun. We're not playing on an actual rule list or anything like that.
No,
so, I mean, spacing's gonna be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I generally don't plan anything out.
Yeah.
I generally don't plan anything out, so it's not good. But I mean, the last time I did it, people said they were having fun. I think Bones is having fun with
this
Cosmo
is fucking
Adventure.
Hilarious. I love it.
Or Cosmo Voyage.
And then what was it? I'm
we
from.
can try that sometime.
Boo! I'm trying to remember the name of the damn where I'm from.
The city of Metropolitans.
Yes, Metropolitans.
And he was formerly a bouncer at the Twin Peaks Valley Strip Club. In other words, the Cleavage Strip Club.
Yep. I was. Yeah, the city that I moved to from Iowa was the city of Metropolitans, and I lived in the middle of the tits, so it wasn't a slum area, but it wasn't like a posh area.
Yeah, and that's where the Twin Peaks Valley Strip Club was.
And I struck an officer of the Space Navy.
Yep. This is where we are now.
Yep.
He's also the best damn pilot, tied for the best damn pilot in the whole Space Navy. But you have surpassed Packard at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a hell of a navigator. Best navigator, period.
Mm-hmm.
JJ, I might take you up on that sometime. But anyway, so you were instructed to make diplomatic relations with this planet and try and get them to join the Space Navy Union.
Yes. Oh yeah,
I don't remember what
so I
was
guess kind of touching back, we found said planet. We went on an exploratory mission, found said planet, crash landed on said planet. With
Captain got cut in half. Packard lost his arm.
Packard rebuilt his arm because he has nanites in his blood that basically rebuilt his body. My specific power is I'm like portals. Picking up candy. Yeah, I can make portals and transport objects, and then I have an interdimensional pocket where I can't store living things.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, there was
killed 90% of the crew when they went through a dark matter plasma storm.
Yes.
Killed 90% of the crew. They ended up expanding the ship and crewing it a lot larger. They renamed it from the USS Venture to the USS Hertz because Enterprise is a car rental company. Venture is like a synonym for enterprises, like capitalistic venture versus a capitalistic enterprise. And then they got renamed to Hertz because Hertz is another car rental service. And then their official catalog number is now Foggia's Lament because of the unexpected death of Captain Rango Foggia and First Officer Casper Foggia. Fitting because Casper was a ghost. Also, when they got Captain Rango Foggia to the ship, he violently exploded.
Yes.
It was bad.
It's
so,
real
yeah.
bad. So yeah, that's where we are. We're getting ready to go down and
try and create diplomatic relations with a planet that has technology similar to the early 50s.
Yes, and I think they're blue.
Yes, you said you wanted to fuck a green alien. These are blue.
Yes. Yes, yeah, the whole point of this is I'm going to fuck a green alien because that's what Captain Kirk did.
They are very light blue, so they're not like the Avatar people. But the gravity on the planet is much, much higher, so that's what caused them to crash, and it also tires them out a lot more on this planet.
Yep.
So.
Yes.
It's not been 10 weeks, it's been like 4.
Yeah, but they're gonna get 8 episodes at once.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So for YouTube, today is 11/4 of 2021, and we had our last Cosmo voyage literally a month ago.
Yeah.
So
Also, 100% retconning is a thing I will do because I will forget shit. It's all to have fun. It's not necessarily going to be canonically.
this is an
correct
episode of DBZ. We're going to spend 20 minutes recapping and then actually have 5 minutes of action.
Hey, well, we appreciate the support. Totally not Keanu Cat.
Yeah, no, fucking love it. Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
I'm out of candy.
So with that, you all are going to take a shuttle down. For the sake of everything, it will still be you, Huge Reg, and Pact Card. They don't want to risk anyone else getting injured for obvious reasons, but they have recalculated the shuttle to
The higher
be able
gravitational
to-
forward.
the higher
Gravitational field.
the higher pulley shit.
Shit. Full fucking scientific here, bitch. Higher
And,
pulley shit. That's now gravity.
The higher gravitational force. And because you three have already interacted with them, they don't want to risk by bringing someone else down, hurting diplomatic relations, even though they seemed to go pretty well the last time.
That just makes sense. You made first contact. You should be the one to talk to them, not some other random person.
Holy shit, can you imagine what their faces are going to be like when they see Huge Reg 2 weeks later? 5 inches taller and 350 more pounds of muscle. Huge Reg is magically altered to be stronger and bigger.
And yeah,
through that
since
magic
he's
field.
the chief medical officer, and they told him for soup that we had, that I hated,
But made you feel really good.
but made you feel,
No, you loved it, but it wrecked your intestines.
intestines, yes,
Huge Reg loved it, and it made him feel fantastic.
yes, yes,
That's what it was.
yes. But then, so What was it? Where were we going? What was I saying with that?
They told Huge Reg that he was going to become a security officer because he was always buff.
Yeah,
But he was the chief medical officer.
Yeah, he was a security
They told
officer.
him he was moved.
Or was it security or cargo?
It was security.
Okay, because he basically said, "I'm the chief medical officer."
Yeah, he was the chief medical officer. They told him they moved people around based off the powers they were given to make the ship run a bit more efficiently. Is how they were trying to do it. Because they kept everyone that had powers on the same ship because they wanted to keep them together so that they could kind of learn together, hopefully. But they told Huge Reg, hey, since you're bigger and tougher than everybody now, you're going to be the chief security officer now. And he said, no, I am the chief medical officer. And basically he cracked his neck a couple times. They're like, okay, you're the chief medical officer.
Okay.
He loves being a medic, but at the same time, if a scalpel is like this big normally, in his hands, it used to look much smaller, but now it's more like this sim tray tool. In his hands is what it looks like.
Oh God.
So but he's damn good at it. Like, he's not just muscular, he's extremely precise. He has like the most control over his muscles that you could imagine.
Yeah.
He's big. He's big. And his accent changes every time I talk.
I mean, yeah. It's part of the whole, powers that he has. The vocal cords are just fucked.
It's that foreign accent syndrome.
Yes. Yeah. That's right. Last time we talked about that, and that's how we're justifying it. He doesn't have an accent anymore. It's just there.
It changes because of his trauma through going with that. We said that he hit his head and it gave him the foreign accent syndrome. But because of the magical properties of it, it can change constantly. So whatever accent I do is just his current accent. No one bats an eye at it.
Yeah, because it's conical. It makes sense because he has foreign accent syndrome.
Yep.
So
and he's the only person I do an accent for now.
And also, I do fully expect him to sound like some Asian lady at some point in time. Eventually.
I can't do that. We'll get canceled.
Why?
Do you think I can really pull off a not racist Asian accent?
Do you think you sounding Russian doesn't sound racist when you're not?
Point.
It's canonically, we're not making fun of someone.
Oh.
We aren't.
Anyways.
It's literally part of it.
It is part of it. Anyways, you all board the shuttle to go down. You all land safely. You all get out, and there's actually just a car waiting for you all this time. You all do land on the same spot because you already kind of made a clearing there.
We did kind of damage some stuff.
There's already a clearing back there. They do have a car waiting for you because they saw the shuttle coming down. Left or right?
It's left all the way.
Left all the way? Okay. Make your introduction speech to the
Fuck. God damn it. Why couldn't you tell me that I was going to do this like 5 minutes ago?
Fuck you.
God damn it.
I'm gonna make you make this stuff up on the spot.
Okay. Do we know do we have a name?
No, it was kind of tense the last time you were here.
Because I don't think there was ever names mentioned.
No, they were pretty panicked and trying to just help you all.
Yeah, okay.
You've got no names.
Yeah, okay. Now, I guess, are the same people there that were there when we met them, or is this new people?
This is a new person because last time the medical team came because they saw you all. They saw an explosion come.
Okay. So it's a new person.
Mm-hmm.
Is it male or female?
You can't tell.
So it's a dwarf.
If by dwarf you mean someone that's like 5'8", sure.
No, by dwarf as in like Lord of the Rings, talking about dwarven women, like, oh, like they made the comment of that's a woman. Well, fuck. No, not as in dwarfs, as in the small people. Yeah. Dwarves as in the mythical race.
Okay. You can't really tell just because they seem younger.
Okay.
And they've kind of got like medium-ish haircut, so.
And then I'm
You're not
assuming we're landing. They're standing outside of the car. Or are they getting out of the car as we land?
They're getting out of the car as you land.
Okay. Fuck.
They come up to you and they go, you do hear in the voice that it is in fact male.
Okay.
They say, welcome. My name is Kif. I was sent to welcome you all and bring you all back to the town. We were kind of expecting you all to come back. First thing, once you all come with me, is, yes, Kif. I've got it written down already.
I'm sure he just randomly made that up too.
Yes. I did not think about that. Shut up.
Do we need to change a name?
It's
Kerf?
It's no, it's now
Queef. Name is now Queef.
It's Kaifi.
Damn it.
It's now Kaifi.
Fine.
I would not be able to stay on track if I had to say Queef every 30 seconds. So it's now Kaifi. These people also oh no, I'll tell you that later.
Okay.
So he says, my name is Kaifi. I've been instructed to bring you back, take you to the medical team. They do want a status update of the patients. And then we'll go from there about getting you in contact with some government officials.
Okay. Well, hi, Kaifi. Of course, I am acting captain Juan Tibetan Quirk. And of course, this is Chief Medical Officer Reg.
Yeah.
And then my helmsman.
Kaifi's eyes just kind of get large because you're like 6 foot solid, like 170.
Yeah.
And like a well built. And then you've got 7'8", 900 pound of pure strong, like having to come out, like leaning in half out of the ship. A huge Reg. And then you've got Pact Card, which is like 6'2" and like 185.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit more now that he's got an arm made of metal, but like was 185.
So yeah, and this is my helmsman, Jean, or was it Jeff
Liam Pact Card.
Jeff Liam Pact Card. And yes, we will be happy to. Well, not all of us are going to fit in the car because points to Reg. He'll run alongside.
It's a pickup truck.
You said car, and you really think a 900-pound man is going to fit in the back of a pickup truck? Hey, Tez! Hey! Welcome!
Welcome, Tez.
I'm glad you could join. Awesome! Smash the follow button. Smash it. Smash. Go. Do it. Hit it. Don't stop. Get it. Till you cheddar hit it. You did. When? Smash.
Anyways.
Oh, we did. 2 weeks ago. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Anyways. Fine. It's a car. It's a car. Pact Card does...
Yeah, Bob Freeman.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bob
Bob, for the
Thank you for the follow.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Love to see it. We love to see
Hi.
it.
Yeah, no, that's fucking amazing. Hello.
Packed card. Sorry. Yes, packed card. He kind of holds his hands out here, and you see the nanobots kind of come out from underneath his fingernails, because that's like the closest opening.
Yeah.
And he makes giant skates for Huge Reg to grab onto the back of the truck with.
Fuck it. It works.
It takes a couple minutes, so wait a minute. Bob Freeman, since you're here for the first time, we normally do a talk show, and then like the last hour or so, we do kind of a very casual, no real rules, I roll the dice kind of role play thing that is just a complete spoof of Star Trek.
Yep. Yeah, we've been going for
superpower.
a little over 2 hours and 37 minutes. We do try. Talk show is mainly about tech, cars, computer shit. We're nerds. Basically, we talk
Video
about
games.
anything and everything other than politics and religion. Those are the
Correct.
two barred subjects from our stream. You are actually our 40, I think 44th
Mm-hmm.
follower. You know what? Then fucking go to sleep, bitch. God.
Fine, Tez. Damn.
God damn. Love you
and
too.
we also
damn
try
it.
to make a big point of being very interactive with our chat.
Yep.
So we love to have you here. Absolutely.
Yes, fucking love it. So, yes, daddy.
So back to it.
But yeah, well, hold on. Still,
sorry.
since he's new. So, that's right. Back to fuck up. Beat me harder. I will beat you like the redheaded stepchild you are.
Keanu Cat, you should have seen us when we were right next to each other.
That episode will be uploaded tomorrow.
Just so you know, he's about a 6-hour drive from me. No.
Yeah. This is, as you can see, he is not next to me. That's a hell of a face. I mean, look at that. Yes, the other 9, currently there are, we do have a YouTube channel, and the first 2 episodes are live. I have been kind of, oh, it disconnected a few seconds ago. It is actually, hey, welcome back. Maybe.
I can see you again.
Yeah, you were like, "Ugh," when you stopped on
we're
my
back
end.
now.
Apologies on that. Don't know what happened there. So I've been talking this whole time. So yeah.
Here. Yeah,
Yes.
his Nick card died.
Yep.
Get a new one.
Yes. Apologies on that. So with that being said, let me pull it back up on my phone. Discord died. Oh.
I went full screen on your stream. Did you accidentally leave, or
No, Discord reset. I think I had I don't think it was, I think I actually had a FiOS interruption of service.
Gotcha.
So Bob Freeman, to answer your question, yes, there is a place where you can find, we do have a YouTube series or a YouTube channel. Only the first 2 episodes are currently live. I have been kind of lacking and haven't been uploading the past 7. So 8 are going to go, the full episode and the previous 6 are going to go, 7 are going to go live tomorrow. So you'll be able to binge watch all of those. But yeah. No, it's totally, we're both nerds. I was a mechanic, a master mechanic. He's a car enthusiast, way more into the tech world than I am. I'm more of a tech enthusiast.
I'm currently studying electrical engineering.
And, but yeah, that's basically what it is. And, whatever the fuck comes up other than, and of course we are not politically correct or whatever in this, any way,
Not
shape, or
family
form.
friendly.
No. No, I think I said the word fuck like 6 times in the first 30 seconds of the first episode.
Less than 15 seconds in is when the first F-bomb was dropped.
Yes.
It was fantastic. So yeah, that's pretty much the show. We're glad to have you along. Are you ready to get back to Cosmo Voyage?
Yes.
Okay. So Hugh Dredge has these big skates now. He does grab onto the back of the truck. 5 minutes pass, and then actually no, it's probably closer to 20 minutes that you all drive down the road. You all get to the medical facility. Hugh Dredge hands the skates back to Packard, and you see him hold them, and you see them disassemble, and the nanobots go back into his fingers. Well, fingers on one hand, artificial fingers on the other.
Yes.
And now you get to go in, and their head of medical's name is Trifon.
Okay.
And
Alrighty, Tez. Well, hey, thanks for popping in, bud. Dude, totally appreciate it. Yeah, go.
have a good night, Tez.
Yeah, I know you're in South Carolina fixing shit and getting stuff working, so have a good one, buddy.
Have a good one. So there, I'm just gonna say medical chief, just to keep things easy on me. Trifon, he asks, yes, I believe it was Quirk. How did the patients do?
So, cutting straight to the brass tacks here. The late Captain Foggia and his brother Casper, they are no longer with us. We got them back up to. We'll get back up to the ship as soon as Huge Reg here was getting ready to start the operation. Basically split down the middle, and it was I'll spare you the details, but it was a mess.
Dredge just nods.
It was a very solemn day for the loss of 2 of our cherished crew members. I am now acting captain of the fuck's our
USS Hertz.
No.
Foggy's Lament.
Foggy, yeah. I am now I should be remembering this and writing it down, but whatever. I am the acting captain of what was the USS Hertz, now renamed to the Foggy's Lament, and really we also wanted to come back down here and talk with you guys, because I mean that's part of the reason why we're here.
Trifon does thank you for the update, and then gives condolences for the loss of the captain and first officer. He then looks over at Hugh Dredge and says, "You've gotten a lot bigger in the last couple weeks." And Hugh Dredge I like to work out.
Also, Trifon, I do also want to state that, for the record, we, as the crew of Foggy's Lament, are eternally grateful to the services that you did attempt to provide to keep the late captain alive, and we are eternally grateful to the kindness that you have given us.
Trifon does kind of nod his head, doesn't really know how to respond to that, and then looks over at Packard, sees the metal arm, because you all have had to cut off that sleeve, kind of like patch it, like have a strap over the neck so that it can move without tearing it. Does look up and down at Packard and says, that is incredible prosthetic technology that you've got there. I'm amazed at what you were able to do. And Pacticard just goes, it's kind of my thing now. It's hard to explain. We can talk about it at
Later.
another point in time. I believe we are supposed to meet up with some government officials because Pacticard is unofficially your first officer at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. Acting first officer, basically.
Well, unofficial acting
Yeah.
first officer because they didn't name an acting first officer at the moment.
Yeah.
Um,
Acting.
yeah. And so, Trifon shakes hands with you all. The way that they do it is one person has their hand like this, so like you put your hands out like this, and then they kind of clamp their hands and
Oh
shake
yeah.
like
So
that.
they do the sandwich. You're the meat and they're the buns.
Yep. 100%. That's how they shake hands.
You know, you've got the wrong side there, buddy.
Well, no, yours would have been in the middle. Mine would have been on the
I
outside.
was doing this like you.
Oh. well, mine would be
only
the buns and
fucking
yours would
took
be the...
5 goddamn minutes.
Look, I'm going off Discord. I'm sorry.
I guess that's
Anyways.
Well, even then, it's still you're right. It's, for me, it's the same.
On my Discord, you're over here.
Oh, okay. Touche.
Yeah. Anyways, it's because camera flipping.
Yes.
But anyways, Kife then gets you and says, please, we can walk to the embassy from here. Which he says embassy, but not really. I'm actually going to retcon myself already. He says we can meet at the
Words.
words are hard. We can meet at the head justice office now.
What kind of universally translator malfunctions is happening?
The one that has to come from this mouth.
This is what happened. You put me on the spot, bitch. Let's see what happens when we put you on
Yeah.
the spot.
Yeah, trying to make shit up on the fly and also make up different dialect on the fly. Whew. I have not had enough alcohol for this. So it takes you to the head justice offices, is what they're called.
Okay. Basically, we'll just call it like a court room.
Well, they call it the justice office because their government is called the Justice of the People.
Okay.
And they are elected for life.
Okay.
So he takes you there. It's a very, very nice building. Imagine it like black marble with blue flakes in it.
Okay.
So you know how like marble's normally white with the black streaks in it? Imagine it black but with blue going through it.
Ooh, okay, okay.
So a very light blue, like basically the shade of our neon. So it takes you in there, and they're expecting you. There's 7 people in front of you.
Lovely. Okay.
Yep, 7 people.
Fucking wonderful.
They
What
are
did I
all
sign
wearing.
myself up for.
So 7 people. 6 of them are considered minor guardians of the justice, and then the one in the center is called the Grand Guardian of the Justice. They are all wearing black robes with blue piping. He is wearing a blue robe with black piping. 7 people.
Other than, of course, us walking into
Yeah.
the room.
There's 7 guardians of the justice. 6 of them are minor guardians, and then the middle one is the grand guardian. The grand guardian is much older than the minor guardians, and the minor ones are all on varying age. But you can see there's about a 20-year difference between the grand guardian and the next ones.
Okay.
And then around them, there's about 5 to 10 year difference between them, just spread around. So,
Keeping the age diversity there so they can have a influence of opinions.
well, they're elected for life, so
True.
you can tell that people have died
Well,
in the last 5 to 10
yeah,
years.
they get replaced.
Yeah. So, but they are genuinely positively influential people are selected by the acting guardians that are there to be eligible for appointment.
Okay.
Is how they do it. But they have to have a positive influence, and then they get elected from there. And the people can submit potential electees, and they generally, if one is submitted by at least 10% backing of people, then they'll be put on the ballot. So
Nice.
it's a very good system. They all seem to be really happy with it. So they kind of go through all this. Names are exchanged. The only one that really sticks out to you, because the 6 minor guardians kind of go off. They kind of go off, and the grand guardian's name is
Saran.
I was gonna say Plefay with
Okay.
a T at the end.
Okay. Slarty Bart fast. Telling you, man, Queef should be like, it should be Grand Guardian Queef.
Guardians of the Queefage. It's Plefay, like buffet at the end.
Okay.
Uh,
So pluff it.
Plefet,
Pluff it.
but Plefay.
Pluffay.
He's old, probably around 65 to 75-ish, as far as you can tell. It's hard when they're blue.
True. Okay.
And just says, "Welcome. Please accompany me to my chambers. I would love to start our justice agreeances."
Absolutely. And Amplife, should I address you as, what was this title again?
Grand Justice Guardian.
Yeah. Should I address you as Grand Justice Guardian, Plife, or like what would be the proper way to address you, since we are new here and have basically no understanding of how everything works?
Generally, we are just titled as you could call me Grand Plife if you wanted to be correct, and everyone else would be Minor and then their name. But you can just call me Plife, since we are a foreign culture. I understand.
Thank you.
But Grand Plife is the technically correct term.
Well, Grand Plife, please, we will be honored to be escorted to your chambers.
You go in there. It's a decent sized room. For how big the building is, you would expect a much larger office, but it seems to be very modest. So you can tell that like it's there for essentials and not much else.
Mm-hmm.
But also meant to be spacious for if there's a larger party. There is a table that can seat up to 25.
That's fairly spacious.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a arced table, and
So
people
like
can sit on
one
the
reg.
inside. Well, it's like horseshoe shaped, so people can sit on the inside and outside.
You would just put Reg in the middle.
That is actually, they do actually, they do actually have a couch therefore huge Reg. And most of the seats are gone. They do have it set for your all's party. So they do have him take away a chair, but basically in the inner horseshoe, there is room for Big Reg, and then on the outside, there's his seat and then 2 seats in the middle so that all of you all can see each other.
Okay. Yeah, basically,
but he is sitting,
it's a small Oval Office.
Pretty much. And he is sitting at the top of the horseshoe. You and Packed Card are sitting on opposite sides on the curve. And then Huge Reg is in the horseshoe bit, because that's where they could fit a couch reasonably.
For a 900-pound man.
It's a metal couch.
Do we need Packed Card to make a couch?
They've figured something out in the last 2 weeks. Plife does start off by saying, I do want to welcome you all here. I know that Kife, who is actually standing at the door, just kind of at ease, basically. He is standing at the door. So I understand that Kife welcomed you all and took you all to see Trifon. And then the unfortunate news was passed to me, the passing of your all's former captain and first officer, and I do want to express my condolences on that. I understand that you, Quirk, the acting captain, Huge Reg here, is your all's chief medical chief, and then Packed Card came along.
Yeah, so you are correct. I am acting officer of a captain of the Lament, and yes, I know Reg does not look like an officer, but yes, he is our chief medical officer, and well, Pat Card here is our helmsman, and he's just a fine individual and has a great head on his shoulder, so he's just a wonderful person to have around as far as just being able to understand things.
Okay, I understand. So I guess I'll start this justice agreement by just saying, kind of explaining our peoples a little bit. You are not the first we have encountered from other worlds. You seem to be the kindest of the people we've met from other worlds. This is news to you because this was previously uncharted, undiscovered by the Space Navy. And he says, they did significant damage to us a few hundred years ago, and we had to establish this to try and get on a unified planetary setup. It's actually convenient where you all landed, being so close to our capital.
I mean, I'm not going to argue. I'm just glad we didn't actually hurt anyone or damage any buildings, because that just would not be great.
No, it wouldn't have. It is very fortunate. So a little bit about our peoples. We refused offers from previous spacefarers, but they did teach us a little bit about things. So, like, I understand the term helmsman, first officer, and everything like that. A little about us. As I told you, I'm the Grand Justice Guardian. What I do is I am entrusted on making larger decisions within our society, including diplomatic relations. That is my sole duty. What happens is this meeting is actually being recorded, where it'll then be transcribed, and then a copy of the transcription and a copy of the recording, all on audio, not video. We've unfortunately not gotten that into a point that being feasible. They are then stored in this hall, so that we can keep a record of everything. That's why my space is small compared to the large building. It is mostly for archives. And the minor guardians spend their time studying the interactions of the Grand Guardian. And then they do also help with appointment of new minor guardians when that time comes. And they also do go out into the communities. The different, there's 6 of them. We have 6 different sectors currently. They go to the different sectors, find issues, and they bring them to me.
Okay.
And then they will reach back out during delegations.
That's awesome. I mean, it sounds like a very efficient and effective way to be able to handle matters.
It's yes, Mata, kind of like the Pope and the Cardinals.
Yeah, Pope and the Cardinals, but actually doing something.
He does say it's quite the burden to bear. I've been doing it for about 15 years now. It's hard to please everyone, but I am currently held in high regards among the 6 districts. It does get complicated whenever you're making decisions for a whole planet. But at the same time, the different districts, we do try to change things in the different districts to make them run more smoothly. My predecessor was not well regarded, but they do seem to hold me in high regards as far as I can tell.
That's amazing. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. As I'm sure you can tell from a little bit of the pardon if I'm being rude, but the lack of posture in 2 of you, it points to you and Pact Card, because Hugh Dredge is not having a problem. I can tell that you're not used to the gravity.
It's totally it's significantly higher than what we are used to. It is very taxing, but I mean, it's a good workout.
Pact Card just says kind of quietly, the chairs help.
Yes.
Hugh Dredge just goes, I have no problem. And then kind of Grand Plifay just kind of says, I figured you wouldn't.
I just get the thing of just Big Red shrugging.
So that's a little bit about our culture. I know that we are very antiquated. You can see him thinking about what words to use. He's obviously spoken universal language before, is what it's now called. So you know that the other race would have had to at least use some universal language.
Mm-hmm.
He does say, we may seem very antiquated to your peoples, but like I said, we have had to refuse previous encounters. I'm only aware of the last one, but there are folklore of a meeting well before. So I guess my biggest problem is not problem, question, there we go, is what is your goal here?
Absolutely.
And I will say, everyone has been talking kind of this broken thing. You can tell something where they've all learned universal language, but it's like it's been integrated within the last 100 years or so, so it's kind of newish to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. So from what I understand, you are trying to understand what our role. Like, why did we come here? Why did we, well, preferably crash land on your planet?
Oh,
Good
welcome.
morning, Fat Pan. Thank you.
Welcome,
Welcome.
Fat Pan. Fat Pan, we are doing a segment towards the end of our stream where we basically do a little bit of a role play situation, kind of like D&D-ish, but it's basically a full ripoff of
Star Trek.
And normally at the beginning half, we do talk show based off cars, technology, video games, but mostly interacting with the chat.
Yep.
So just to take a moment there to introduce you a little bit. Appreciate having you along, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah,
So Grand Plifay does say, absolutely. We're just wanting to know your goals, why you came here, what you are seeking from us. Call you Panda? Absolutely.
Oh, Panda. Are you from RCE's Discord? Were we in the other, have we? Oh, okay, yeah. This is pretty cool fucking dude. Okay, awesome. Cool. Okay, nice. But yeah, back to topic. Yeah, no. So our ship is part of what we would call a space navy, because we are, as you've been in touch with other people, a spacefaring organization, and our vessel is explicitly an exploratory vessel. We are here to make first contact, to talk about who we are, learn about who you are, and just for lack of a better way to put it, to make a log of the interactions of the people that we find, the things that we see, and introduce them into who we are, and give you an option if you want to be a part of the Galactic Federation, for lack of a better way to put it, Union. Where did we know how many planets were there? Did we even state?
I have not stated yet. It's comprised of a total of 3 different races right now.
3 different races spread across what? 15 planets?
3 galaxies.
3 galaxies. So we'll just do 9 planet, 27.
It's called the Universal Space Union currently, the USU.
Okay. So yeah, we are part of the USU, the Universal Space Union. It is 3 races spread across 3 galaxies, so roughly 27 different planets. And we have, I mean, don't get me wrong, we do have a military, but our entire being of everything is about exploration and just learning.
Yep, give me just 1 second.
And I guess as far as to kind of coincide with that point, the reason why we came here is because there was an anomaly that we observed and we were wanting to investigate. We saw there was a planet. We scanned, found life forms of what we thought was a planet that was undiscovered. And, well, you know the actions that have transpired since then up until now.
Excellent. We're very glad to receive you. We would be more than interested in considering your all's offer. If you would like, I can kind of show you a little bit around our society. Give you all kind of a rundown of how we actually operate here on the surface. And then it's very taxing on our electrical resources, but we would love to potentially establish long-range communications. You all have been very kind to us, which I know we kind of extended kindness first. We try to be a peaceful peoples. And then he does say, my apologies. This universal language is relatively new to our peoples.
Absolutely. And, kind of with that being said, wanting to think about and consider the options. If it would be too taxing on your electrical grid for your people, would you be willing to accept our help in helping make sure that it doesn't tax your electrical grid?
He thinks for a moment, rubs his chin. Do you mind if I consider this for just a moment?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is all of this is just, if you're wanting to do this, we have the ability and we want to help.
Okay, you all pass the roll. After a couple moments, he does say, yes, I would. I think this would be a good thing for us and for our peoples to at least get a start.
Yeah.
You all have been wonderful guests during this justice agreement. We would love to show you around in the advances that we have made to help you all better understand. And I am having a codex of records copied for you all to take of different historical he thinks for a moment, events that have helped shape our society in recent years, including our advances, and with that we will include a codex of translation for what we know of universal language to our original language.
That we would be honored to receive that information, and also we would also be honored to accompany you and to observe what you are willing to share with us. And also the same thing that we would do when we bring you like the means to be able to communicate with us. We will also bring a detailed record of our history, not just us as humans, but us as the USU, our history, all three races, and how everything came to be and how we are and how we operate.
Excellent. Kifon, if you could, and not Kifon, Kife, he gestures for Kife to come forward. He says, alert the miners that I will be going on excursion today. Kifon, they do their weird floppy fish handshake. And then
oh god.
Plife says, if you all would like to go back towards the lobby for a moment while I get ready, I would love to join you shortly.
Absolutely. No, right? Like I'm totally thinking like miners. Something. What the fuck, miners? What are we mining? What the shit's going on?
Minor Justice Guardians.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because the title is Grand Plife, and then say if Kife becomes a Minor Justice Guardian, his official title would be Minor Kife.
Okay. totally, yeah, my mind totally went like underground mining operation of like, oh yeah, no, here we are, turn the bend, and here's an entire industrial complex of where we're churning out military grade fucking uranium shells.
Okay, I'll change it. It's Grand Justice Guardian, and then
Thank you, Smada, for going there though, because my mind straight like, bitch, what are we getting ourselves into?
And then branching Justice Guardian,
Okay.
because they branch out into the society, so
And
they'll be branch.
I do have to call it there. It is currently 12:44. I am 15 minutes past my promised time that I would end our streams, because my wife does not like me staying up till like 3 a.m. anymore.
That is fair.
And I will totally do that if we don't stop.
Absolutely. So we will call it there.
And actually, it's a really good place to
Start.
like to stop, because yes,
absolutely. Thank you everyone who joined. Thank you to all of our new followers that we weren't able to thank.
Panda,
recently.
follow now, please. Thank you. Love you long time. Damn it.
Thank you to everyone as always. We wouldn't be doing this without you.
Oh, nice. Did you really? And am I just? Is that when? Am I just blind?
Oh, on the 25th.
Oh, god damn! I'm a moron.
Thank you so much for the follower, Panda.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fucking love it.
We hope to have you join again.
Yes.
We are going to do a raid, because we always do.
Yes. Who are we raiding?
Let's raid. We've raided him before, but let's raid the Bearded Fool.
Okay.
Raid you. Let's raid the Bearded Fool,
Where's
because
our
we have
CE?
raided him before.
I have not stopped the YouTubes yet. So, YouTube, fucking
This
love
is
you
where we leave
people.
you.
It is now 11:05 at 12:46 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sometime today, this video should be open. So, fucking love you people. You guys are amazing, and keep
Join
your
us
stick
on
on
Twitch
the ice.
next time.
Yeah, come join us on Twitch and come join us in Discord. Keep your stick on the ice.
Absolutely.